Just trying to get situated. I don't know how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna be looking at myself and talking to y'all at the same time. Ooh, I'm looking like Papa to the people, girl. I am going to move this around real quick while people are joining. Let me just let y'all know right now, I'm at home. And because I'm at home, I'm living my life, so I don't want nobody judging me about the way that I'm looking right now. So we about to do a twist out. Give me a 4 if you can hear me. Hey, give me a 4 if you can hear me. I'm just getting stuff adjusted because I'm in a weird angle because I can't use my office right now because my son is in my office now for school. So good. Okay, so I am about to do a twist out. And while I do this twist out, I want to talk to you guys. So let's bring up some topics. Y'all bring up topics. And I want to talk to you while y'all thinking about what y'all want to talk about. This is hibiscus and aloe. And it's fresh. Well, not from the fresh flower, but it's dry. So I distilled it myself. So here's the hibiscus right here. Yes, okay, yes. And you can see it's like it got a little bit of leakage because I wanted that on purpose, just because it's gonna act as a curl definer and a gel. So yes. And then Chebe, of course. Yeah, just subscribe with notifications on. So we're just gonna talk because nobody asking questions yet. And normally I would just section it off piece by piece and put it on, but I'm gonna go ahead and break it apart just so y'all can see. What? Oh no. So the first thing I'm using is Chebe. This is green tea butter though on my lips. But what's something, the thing that I wanted to talk about today was so crazy is how I remember maybe like last year when I first started talking about like hair and textures and combing the hair wet and all of that, people were like, no, you're not supposed to comb hair wet and da 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 da. And it's crazy because today on Instagram, I mean, not on Instagram, on YouTube, I saw about 5 or 6 different YouTubers saying, like, switching up, like, oh, I'm changing everything. And now they're talking about hydrogen bonds, and it's just crazy. Hey. Is what good for low porosity? Yes. Okay, so that's a really good question. I need you guys to know that everything that I make, anything that I put on here, unless I say specifically, oh, it's not for low porosity hair or this is not for high porosity hair, is always for both levels of porosity because all of the products and herbs I use for me and my daughter. Hi, baby. And my daughter has, go ahead, you can get it. Do you see it? What? You'll switch. Oh, yeah. Don't do it again, Cynthia, okay? Well, that was my daughter right there. My daughter has, you see it? Yes, I don't want it right now. Huh? Okay, go ahead, baby. It's perfect. So with my daughter has low porosity hair, so I'm not making products that don't work for both levels of porosity because I'm not making 2 batches. So yes, this is great for low porosity hair, and it actually is a really, really, really good strengthener for low porosity hair. It's a way to like relax the cuticle just a little bit, not too drastically, because if it was too drastic, it will hurt high porosity hair. Anyway, I love this combo because it makes it really easy for me to stretch my hair. Is this lighting good? Let me know and I'll try to adjust the lights. I'm just at a weird angle with homeschooling. I didn't set the house up to homeschool. Hey. So it's so crazy because, okay, earlier today, I got gel on my phone. Earlier today, I had quite a few coaching calls, but one of my clients told me that one of her friends is a hairstylist and one of her clients, because you know hairstylists, if they doing it the right way, they doing temperature checks and stuff before they start on people's hair. And she did this one day in particular. I guess it was a client that she's had for, you know, not that long, but long enough for her to feel like she could trust her. And she told her that, you know, she was good, but it was something wrong with her thermometer or something. So she couldn't see. She wasn't able to check her temperature like she was checking everybody else's. And the girl ended up giving her the virus. So I only brought that up because I know I've been getting so many comments of so many people asking me when I'm coming back to do hair. And it's just not worth my life, y'all. It's just not. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just get these clips and then y'all ask questions. We can talk about whatever. If I can get out this dang on blasted little corner, Lord. Hold on, y'all. Ask questions. I'll be right back. 2.5 seconds. I'm just going to that. Get some clips, girl. See, I'm back, girl. Hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. Okay, girl. Oh, boy. Hold on, I can't see. Hold on. Is aloe good for low porosity hair? Yes, it is. I'm confused on heat damage. How do you know if you have heat damage from heat? How do you make the gel? Okay, I'm going to have a video for the gel. How do you know you have heat damage? If your hair get wet. So if your hair normally look like this and then you flat iron it and it still look flat iron, even though it's wet, you got heat damage. And no, it is not reversible. No, it's not reversible. And that's why I'm not saying, oh, y'all need to stop getting silk presses and only let hairstylists do it. But y'all, there is a reason why people are professionals. Don't get mad at me when I say this. If you're new to my channel, you don't know this, but I'm very blunt and very straightforward. To me, one of the main reasons that most women don't have hair like that is because they don't trust their hairstylist. They feel like because you have all of these YouTubers online that are showing like how to do certain things like in a short way, like the shortcut of something, like anybody could do that. So I'm not about to pay them when I could do it for free or when I could learn on YouTube. But there's a difference between learning hairstyling and learning the science of hair. Just like I told y'all before, there's a difference between a hairstylist and a cosmetologist. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do not know that there's a difference between a hairstylist and a cosmetologist. So you have to think about it the same way that you think about when you go into the doctor's office. Like if you go into the doctor's office or if you go into the mechanic and you don't know nothing about cars at all and they tell you what's wrong with it, you not like, because I know this one mechanic over there off 5th and Greg. And he do it for like $25. I know this one doctor, he be doing checkups for half of this copay. So what we gonna do? No, you don't do that. You go in there and then peep this. The doctor don't even come in there the doctor just talking to you. You paying all that money for the doctor, but the nurse is the one who doing everything. She the one that's coming in, checking your vitals. She the one that's asking you the questions, and then she collect all your information. And then the doctor come in there for a minute, like, how you feeling? Hiccup 4 times on the left. Burp, fart, and giggle. Fart and giggle. One more time, fart and giggle. And then he write a prescription. Mind you, not only do you not know the medication that the doctor is writing you the prescription for, you can't even pronounce the name of the drug. But you pick it up and you be like, okay, and you go to the pharmacist like, my doctor said to take this. And then you take it, and then 6 months later, it's like, attention Zoloft users. those experiencing mild anal leakages attached to Zoloft. And then you be like, But then when you go into the hairstylist, though, you completely and totally argue with her. So it's crazy because, like, and mock my words, because I'm leaving this video up. There are so many natural hairstylists that are automatically talking about hydrogen bonds in the hair. Watch. I just watched like 5 or 6 of them. And the titles of their videos are like, I'm done with the natural hair community. And I have no problem with the natural hair community. My problem with the natural hair community is the natural hair community does not educate themselves on the science of black hair. Period. Period. We be like, ooh, my curls look like that, so I'm gonna use that too. No, that's not how it goes. The team natural, the natural community need to go read some books. Okay, go read some books. Read some books. Natural people, read some books. Hold on, I can't say I'm reading y'all comments. I can't. Okay, is the hair typing system legit? No, it is not. And y'all can fact check me. Go on Google right now. Well, not right now because then you have to leave out here. So not right now unless you got another phone. What's his name? Andre Walker. Andre Walker created the curl typing chart in the early 1990s. He is, I don't know if he still is her hairstylist, but at the time he was Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. And he came out with a product line, and his product line had a whole bunch of different sections. So for example, like, oh, if you got thin hair, then these are the products you use. If you got thick hair, these are the products you use. And if it's like this, these are the products you use. So he got tired of answering all of these questions because, mind you, he getting a whole bunch of traction. He's Oprah Winfrey's hairstylist. So he created a system for women to pick from. Okay, if your curls look like this, pick this collection of products. If your curls look like this, pick this collection of products. And then some YouTuber with long hair saw it, and then she had a whole bunch of followers. So every black woman in the Americas is walking around like, what's your curl texture? What's your curl pattern? And I can't stand it because, for one, it is in no cosmetology book, nowhere. It's in no scientific book, nowhere. And I can prove to you that it's not legit. I have no heat damage, but I have a bunch of different textures in my hair. So to say 4B over here, 4C over here, that it makes no sense. And then on top of that, everyone's hair texture is different, and people are picking hair products based on their hair texture. And that's the same thing. I said this in my last live. You picking products based on your hair texture, based on if whether or not your hair looks 4C, 4B, 4D is the equivalent to black women picking skincare products based on the color of their skin. So that's like if everybody in here was like, oh, I'm going to use the lotion that Sin used because me and her the same color, where that couldn't be more wrong, because you have people with combination skin, you have people with dry skin, you have people with oily skin. So what if you're my complexion, but I have oily skin and you have dry skin? So I'm going to use products for oily skin, and products for oily skin have different additives in it to dry the oils out of the skin, because I have excess oil on my skin. But if somebody who barely has any oils, somebody whose body is not producing the right amount of oils, if they use the same stuff that I use, it's going to draw the little bit of oil that they have in their skin out, and then their skin is going to peel, crack, and burn. It is the same thing with your hair, but for whatever reason, black women specifically think that there is a separation from their hair and the rest of their body. You respect your doctor. You respect your doctor. You respect your foot doctor. There are doctors that only deal with calves, with your brain. If it's something wrong with your heart, everybody's going to different doctors for different things. But the hair doctor, the one that is licensed, the one that spends money and on the education to nurse your hair, you have no respect for her. It makes no sense. So, and it's crazy because literally I am on coaching calls all the time. Like, I can't believe I made it on time today. And literally all day, all of my coaching calls are hairstylists. And in my next video, I'm going to prove it to you. Like, they already gave me the okay to share their information because I really want y'all to see it. I want you to hear both sides of the spectrum and not just one, not just hearing it from me. I'm coming closer to read y'all stuff because I can't see. I never used that typing in my life. Facts. I'm using black oil for my hair growth. Is that good to use? No, guys. No. Thank you so much for asking that question. No, it's not. No, no. And this is the problem. Like I said, you have all of these natural professionals, all of these YouTubers that have no education, and not even just with hair, because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, herbalist and trichologist. So it's not just, oh, I just know about hair and products and pressing and curling. No, I study the human body and I study herbs and I literally study castor oil. I study coconut oil. Do they have a lot of amazing properties? Yes. But are they for the hair and scalp? No. For example, coconut oil. Coconut oil, before you put it in your hair, because the coconut is not on the tree like one day, I'll be big enough and I'll get to go in a twist out. No, I can promise you that's not what the coconut is thinking. Okay. So when the coconut is made, the coconut in its purest essence is protein seeking, meaning it needs protein. It's looking for protein all the time. So when you put coconut oil in your hair, it is still seeking protein. So if you have high porosity hair like myself, I do not put coconut oil anywhere near my hair unless I don't put it on my hair. I don't. Because if you have high porosity hair, you have a cuticle that is wide open. And so then you take that coconut oil and you put that coconut oil on the scalp, or it's going to block the follicle in the scalp. That's first thing. It's going to seek all of the protein that's in the follicle and block it. If you was to look at it under an electronic microscope, it literally looks like a puddle in a hole. Okay. And then as it pertains to the hair shaft, if you have high porosity hair and you put coconut oil on your hair is going to immediately feel crunchy because the protein seeking coconut oil has went inside of your open cuticle and began to suck all of the protein that you barely have left in your high porosity hair. But the people who love them some coconut oil are all people with low porosity hair, meaning their hair has a cuticle that is completely shut. Okay. And the protein seeking coconut oil cannot get inside. So all it does is create a barrier. It creates a layer of coconut oil stuff on the hair shaft, and it lays the cuticle flatter than it already is, and it has a little shine. Of course it does. It's an oil. So people with high porosity hair, because they don't understand porosity and density, they think that it's helping their hair. No. Just because something feels good does not mean that it's good for you. Like crack feel good to a lot of people. Is you supposed to be doing crack? No. So I just don't understand. Like, no. The crack make you feel real good, but you're not supposed to be using crack and stuff. The hell? So coconut oil is good for low porosity. No, love. No, my love. Okay. So it's not clogging the scalp on low porosity hair. I mean, clogging it only because there is nowhere for it to get in. But if it's creating a layer on top of your hair, that means that no nutrients can get in. Low porosity hair, you already have a problem getting moisture into the hair follicle. So for you to put another layer on top of it makes no sense, guys. That's why, like, I have rose water right here. Rose water does everything that rice water does. And it's even better because rose water has a natural pH balance that's almost equivalent to your hair. So let's say you don't have heat damage all the way. You know how sometimes you straighten your hair and it's like right before heat damage, or if you're going to color your hair and you feel like you left it on there a little bit too long, rose water. Rose water, because of its high pH level that is really, really similar to your hair's natural pH level, when you put this on your hair, it really, really helps to repair the elasticity of the hair, and it can help to repair repair the cuticle. For example, if you're somebody who has been using rice water religiously and it stripped your cuticle because you have low porosity hair, you can hurry up and start using rose water on a regular basis. And when you use the rose water, the natural pH level of the rose water that matches the pH level that you had before you ruined your cuticle, it heals your hair. But people don't want to listen to professionals, people who went to the school. Y'all not going on YouTube like, I gotta get a baby. I'm about to have a baby, and I'm not gonna go to the hospital for the directions. I'm gonna go on YouTube and see how they doctors be giving them they C-sections. And then after you watch the video, you don't go to your doctor and be like, you can, because I know this one girl on YouTube. She got a whole bunch of subscribers. I know you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on school, Mr. Doctor, but this one girl, she cut uteruses open on the YouTube, and she did not use that type of scalpel. It was pink. I love y'all. Yeah, like, even if y'all look at my hair, right? You have so many different textures on your hair. For example, even with me, people like to argue with me when I say you're not supposed to detangle your hair wet. I'm not telling y'all, don't, oh my God, you're going to break all, you're going to be a bald-headed skittle-diddle if you touch your hair wet. No, I'm not saying don't comb your hair while it's wet. You see what I'm doing? What I'm saying is, don't detangle your hair wet. If your hair is already matted, if your hair is already tangled, your hair is weakest when it is wet. It is a scientific fact. I'm not making it up. You can ask any doctor anywhere. Go Google it on YouTube. Go Google it on the Google. Anybody will tell you that that's how it goes. Your hair is weakest when it is wet. So combing it right now is fine. Look, I don't have any shedding. Y'all just saw how much I was combing my hair. I don't have any shedding because I comb my hair dry. And because I comb my hair dry, my shedding was only the hair that was about to come out anyway. And so the oil that you're seeing me put on first, that is Chebe. Chebe is sealing my ends, but you will notice I am putting nothing on my scalp. We like to detangle our hair with conditioner. I tell you guys, okay, you stop detangling your hair with conditioner, detangle it with oil. And then the response that I get from people is this. I'm gonna read y'all comments in a second. The response that I get from people is this. I am not detangling my hair with oil. I'm detangling my hair with conditioner because that works way better than oil do. The oxymoron of that statement is that conditioner is nothing but oil, wax, and water. So for you to respond to me with, no, conditioner works better combing my hair out than oil does, makes no sense, because the only difference between you combing your hair out with just oil and conditioner is that there is water that breaks the hydrogen bond, so your hair is weak. So when you put, like right now, well, over here, because this thing got dry, over here, this hair is like, set us free, and it's good. But this hair over here is like, the hydrogen bond is broken. It's gonna do whatever I say, because it's literally, if your hair is slouching like this when it's wet. That's why it's easier to comb through, because the hydrogen bonds are broken. They're not strong right now. They're weak. They're the weakest. They are the weakest that they have ever been right now. And this is why people don't retain length. I'm not no magical unicorn. I mean, I am a magical unicorn, but it's not anything that I'm doing this like super duper outrageous that's making my hair grow like this, guys. I just have a normal regimen. I don't go 7 months without washing my hair. Hold on, y'all. Let's see the recipes for the rose water. So when we get off of this, you guys make sure you go watch the video I posted today, because I just posted a new video giving you the full recipe to the rose water. I just posted it today. So this is the thing. It's not necessarily the level of consistency that you put in heat on your hair. It's the method that you're using. And I don't want to, because we live and it's not a class. Give me a 4 if you want me to give you, excuse me, if you give me a 4 if you want me to go into like detail. Actually, I'm gonna just make a video. Because this is gonna be too much for me to try to explain it on here. Oh man. Okay. So we about to get real scientific. You guys said 4. Everybody's been saying 4. So okay, guys. Okay. So first of all, like, people like to get keratin treatments because they think that it's adding something to their hair, or most people don't know that your hair is actually made of keratin. Okay. And you have 2 different states of your hair. When your hair is in its natural state and dried or wet, it is in beta keratin when it's in its natural state. So right now, this is considered alpha keratin. This is considered alpha keratin. So once I straighten my hair, once I change my hair texture by either wet setting, and the word setting comes from setting the hydrogen bond in a new pattern. Okay. So I can either do that wet or dry. I could do that. Like, this is a form of wet setting. That's where the term roller set came from. But anyway, so you can either wet set your hair or you can dry set your hair. Dry setting your hair would be considered the blowout. The problem and why most naturals are getting heat damage is because hairstylists and women do not know anything about hair. So you are supposed to get the hair fully dry and in beta keratin before you ever put any type of heat on the hair. And the issue that y'all have with y'all stretching y'all hair out, if you stretch your hair out all day, there is no way for you to know that every strand of your hair is in beta keratin. So y'all stretch y'all hair out and y'all like, okay, I'm about to put these little plates in my head and it's gonna stretch out overnight. And then you get up in the morning and you feel it and it feels wet to you, but it's not really dry. That is why real professional hairstylists, they're not just sticking you under the dryer for no reason. After you get the blowout, we have to put you back under the dryer to make sure that your hair is in beta keratin. Because if your hair is not in beta keratin completely, if your hair is not in beta keratin completely, that is when heat damage happens. Because the bonds of the hair, what's wrong, baby? Oh, thank you. Because the bonds of the hair are not put back together 100%. So it's easy for the ends to start breaking. That's how it goes. But all of y'all listen to these YouTubers like, oh, you just stretch your hair out and it be good. So all y'all at home like, I don't need a blow dryer. The blow dryer is the devil. No, the blow dryer is not the devil. People not knowing what they're doing and pretending to be professionals is what's making people's hair fall out. And the reason that I did that last series is because people really like believe that hairstylists just want to make them bald. And there is a specific reason why Black women don't grow long hair, because Black women hold on to every inch, even if your hair like it be 2 pieces of hair left. But them 2 pieces, it be 2 pieces down here, but the rest be up here, and you hold on to them 2 pieces and walk around like these 2 pieces long. Like, no, it looks crazy. And then, like, I've had women with 2 pieces. Like, I ain't gonna cut it. I've been using rice water, and my hair didn't grow out real long. I don't want to cut it. And girl, and then once they get up, they'll be like, how come my hair not moving and stuff like them girls in your videos or your YouTube? It's like, because your hair is taking a nap until we cut it. Your hair is taking a nap and it's tired of your stuff. Don't blame that on me. Did your hair, that's your relationship. That don't got nothing to do with me. I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's not The hairstyle, no, it's not the actual tool. It's the person holding the tool. People don't be knowing what the hell they doing. Even hairstylists. A lot of hairstylists they don't know what they doing. People really think that it's all for effect. Like, we spend all that time, like, I'm putting the bag on and doing all of this stuff just all for effect. No, the reason, and a lot of people ask this question, what is the silk wrap? And this is just my opinion. Oh my God, thank you for the super chat, you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. So this is the thing. When it comes to like straightening hair or just flat ironing hair at all, like, most of the time, the problem with naturals, you guys use too many different products. You don't understand that products are all formulated differently. There is a reason why a product line will make like one specific line for this thing, for like thickening your hair, and then another one to cover your ends and stuff like that. But you guys, you have to learn your hair. Stop picking products based on what YouTubers are saying. Even me, like right now, the products that I'm using, I know for a fact that they're good for low and high porosity hair. But let's say that I didn't say that, right? Or even like, girl, just still check. Still check. Okay? Still go check. Go check and see if it's good for you. And then a lot of people, once again, okay, for example, if you go into the dermatologist and your skin breaking out, the dermatologist is going to ask you, what have you been eating? What have you been eating? What type of, have you been drinking enough water, XYZ? And a lot of dermatologists, especially if you having a real bad outbreak, they'll give you a medication and they will request that you switch up your diet. But if you go to a hairstylist and you like, girl, I don't got no edges, my hair falling out over here, and this happening too, and your hairstylist asks you, well, what are you eating? Most people are offended, or you either offended or you be like, that ain't what it is. I know what it is. And this be like a 40-year-old woman. So when I was little, my auntie put a perm on my head. And she left that perm on my head too long. And ever since then, my damn hair ain't never grew back. And you be like, lady, you are 40. That doesn't happen, lady. That's life. That be life. That used to be my life on a regular basis. Because it's this girl, this one girl, she gave me a weave and all my hair fell out and it ain't never been the same since. You be like, when was that, girl? When I was in like 9th grade, and they be like 38. No, you're not blaming LaQuisha from 13 years ago for you not having no edges. You don't have no edges because I'm about to say it. I don't care. We in here in live. It's Twisting Tuesday. I told y'all last time that I was gonna be myself. So if you in here, you did this to yourself. Bro, I used to have clients. Oh my God. I put this on my father's ashes, bro. I used to have clients that came in there and they would take their wig off, and me taking that ponytail harder out would be the first time that anybody has touched their hair, including them, in 6 months. So in 6 months, she ain't washed her hair or nothing. It's just in a ponytail. And she get up in the morning and be like, oop, hello world. And then she brush her little teeth, clean her little ears and stuff, and then put the wig on like ain't nothing happened. And the crazy part about it, the women who do that, you would think they would be like, I'm sorry, saying, girl, bye. They be looking at me like, this your job. No, it's not. Hairstylists that's still out there in these streets can't say it, but I can. It is not a hairstylist job to clean your scalp after you ain't washed it for 6 months. If you have a baby, if you go to the hospital, first thing my mama taught me is you make sure you got a clean pair of drawers and you wash your underarms. And that stuck in my head so much that when my water broke with my daughter, I was like, I gotta take a shower. And I literally got in the shower, water broke and all in the shower. It's the same way that you go to the doctors with clean drawers. You better come to your hairstylist with a clean scalp, especially with the corona. That is ridiculous. And I'm sick of it. They can't say it, but I can. And y'all people know they wrong. If you don't do it, I'm not talking to you. But it's plenty of y'all that be dusty out here in these streets. And y'all need to stop it. And I'm not making it up because these are all real life stories. It'd be something crawling around in there. That's why when people like, oh, Sin, are you about to do hair again? No. I am not. No. Absolutely not. Not until it is over. No. No, I will not. I will not. I will not risk my life. No, I do not. No, hell no. No. Mm-mm. No. No. I do. I know. I do not care. You say what you want about me. I don't care. So this time I'm doing it a little different because I want it like back off my face. I'm so serious, like. And if it's some people, I know it's y'all ain't gonna say it, but some of y'all that do that is on here, and y'all need to stop because the Lord can see you, and it is not okay. The Lord can see you. And I know it be going on because I was there. Everybody, oh, see you doing hair again. Like, y'all trying to make it sound like all sprinkles in sunshine. No. No. See you. No, I'm not. No, I am not. No. Mm-mm. Not right now. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because I could only imagine what if that happened right now while the corona was out. Her not washing her hair. Then when I asked her, first of all, when I took the ponytail, have y'all ever seen somebody's hair that's been in a ponytail for so long that once the ponytail holder is out, the hair still thinks that the ponytail holder is in? That's what happened. Her hair did not know that the ponytail holder was out. Her hair had no idea that the ponytail holder had been removed. It had no clue. Because somebody told y'all that dirt makes hair grow. I don't know who said it, but they were wrong. They lied. Hold on, I'm gonna get to y'all questions. I just want to get this little. Ooh, there was a rubber band right there. Hello. Hold on, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, this is difficult. Hold on, y'all. I honestly don't know how people like that. I'm just like, come on, Lord. In the church. And it would be crazy because then people would get offended when a hairstylist wants to charge extra to take it out. It's crazy. But I'm not knocking you. So what questions do you guys have for hair? Leave-in conditioners. What about leave-in conditioners? I saw a video where a girl had maggots under her weave. Yeah. I don't know why you guys think that it can't happen. Because y'all be living La Vida Loca with y'all weaves. People be going deep sea diving, going fishing. Like, I'm not being funny. I had a client with maggots in her weave. She would go fishing with her boyfriend all the time. And then she would get in there like Sweet Home Alabama and stuff. And, she had the Brazilian. She would get the Brazilian because, he liked to get in the water and stuff. And the stuff that was swimming around in the water got inside of the braids, and then she would keep the weave in way longer than she was supposed to. So you got to think about it. It's very like, have y'all ever seen? Give me a 2 if you ever seen the show Monsters Inside of Me. Give me a 2. And in the meantime, Monsters Inside of Me is exactly what it sounds like. It's people that will go like to places that they don't need to be in and get in water, and it would be like some type of microorganism that'd be like, oh, hey, you giving rides? Where we going? And then they get in your, it's the same exact thing. She had maggots all in her weave. It was crazy because she's actually the reason that I stopped taking weave now. That had been in longer than a certain amount of time. Excuse me. And she was offended that I wouldn't finish. I said, girl, there are things crawling in there. I'm not doing that. I got 4 more clients after you. How am I explain to the next lady? She come in. Oh, see, what's that moving over there? Oh, she just had a couple maggots in her weave. I had to wash out in the bowl. I'll get them out in a minute. What the hell? No. But these are the type of things that hairstylists don't really talk about because they can't. Because for whatever reason, hairstylists are expected to just take whatever you put out. It's the truth. How often should you wash your hair? I wash my hair every week. But I say that you shouldn't go longer than 2 weeks because remember, especially if you're trying to grow hair, remember, for you to grow long hair or for your hair to grow at all, regardless of what the length is, your scalp needs a healthy, clean, and yeast-free environment. So if you are not washing your hair, okay, I want you to think about it like this. It's about to sound extra, but what would happen if you ain't touch your belly button with water in 6 months? What would happen? What do you think would happen? And what type of smell, especially if you got an innie, if you got an innie and you don't touch you get in the shower every week, you get in the shower every day, but you always you put a little paper bag, little plastic bag on top of your belly button, like, well, I want to get that wet. And you don't get your belly button wet for 6 months. There's going to be yeast. People can get yeast infections in their belly button. There's going to be a nasty smell. The cuticle, your follicle is deeper than your belly button is. So if you don't wash your belly button for 6 months and it's a smell in there and it's blocked and clogged and stuff is in there, the same thing happens to your hair follicle. I know that was a really description, but that's what I need y'all to understand. Like, all people pay attention to is this hair, this here. This is already done. That's why all y'all see me putting on there is this Chebe to retain my length and this hibiscus gel to lock in my moisture and amongst a couple other things. Okay? But I have to cleanse my scalp. There's a reason why your hair is itching. There's a reason why your scalp is flaking. You are not supposed to go 6 months, 3 months, 4 months without washing your hair. And then even if you have braids, I just took box braids out. Just because you have braids in your hair does not mean that you can't touch water. That's not what that means. Like, do you get lashes and then don't wash your face for 6 months? No. Like, no. You still have to wash your scalp. You still have to cleanse your scalp. So even when I had braids, I would wash my hair every 2 weeks, but I was cleansing my scalp every other day. And you know how you can do that? Rose water. Just all you need is a dozen roses. Go get a dozen roses and the water that's in your sink. That's it. All you need to buy is roses. That's it. And if you want it to last longer than 3 days in the refrigerator, you need to add vitamin E oil. Other than that, that's it. That is it. And I'm not making it up. It's nature. The Lord made roses. I did not make roses. The Lord did. Hibiscus gel. Where do I get that? Well, give me a 4 if y'all want me to make a video on hibiscus gel and if you're actually gonna watch it. Because normally when I make different videos, like you guys don't even know, I just posted a video earlier today teaching you how to make. I made a video making this, the rose water. So just make sure your post notifications on. Make sure you checking back on my channel on a regular basis, y'all, because I'm posting at least every day. I'm posting every day. If I'm not posting a video, I'm here on live with y'all. So if you have not seen a video from me in a day or two, you need to come check my channel because I'm always posting. I'm at home. What else is there to do? Okay, perfect. The hibiscus gel is right here. I just added some aloe vera, and then I took some water and I have some well, they're not really dried. I'll show you guys in the video. If y'all said y'all want the video, so I'll show you. But I just took some hibiscus leaves, and I also use these same exact leaves for teas. It's so amazing. I'll show y'all how to make both of them in the video. But you just boil the water and then put the hibiscus leaves in there, and then I mix the hibiscus tea in with a couple of different oils, almond oil and okay, so oh Lord, the stuff, Lord. Almond oil, yes. Almond oil is awesome. Almond oil is amazing because the particles in almond oil are really small. So it's amazing for low porosity hair. Because my daughter has low porosity hair and her cuticle is really, really tight. And almond oil, when I put it on my daughter's hair, like, oh my God, it's like her hair is like, because it's like I said, it's easy for it to get inside of the cuticle, do its thing. Oh, girl, I am looking crazy. Okay, so I want you to see the difference. That's why I did this. So this is the part that have the Chebe on it. And this is without the Chebe. So do you see how the Chebe works to help you retain your length because it puts a coating on the hair shaft? That's why it doesn't go on it's not something that you should put on the scalp. But look at the difference. Like and you watched it. You're here live with me. So you watch how this part had the Chebe on it, so it stretched out, and how this one was like, girl, man, no Chebe, we chilling in here. So now I'm gonna just make them both match. And at the end of this, and we've been live, so y'all see what I'm in here doing. And I want to show y'all that I don't have that much shedding except for normal shedding because my hair is strong and all of the shedding that it needs to do, I do it before I break the hydrogen bond in the hair. So my hair is strong. And I ain't trying to like talk about y'all bad. Like, oh, y'all got some weak ass hair, but mine is strong. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying. Oh, and then give me a 2 if you want me to show you how to make Chebe butter too, because I have to make some more. Yeah. Y'all can see I'm not playing. Like I use this every week. Every time I do a wash and go, anytime, anything. But remember, away from the scalp. Okay, I got y'all. But y'all just gotta make sure y'all post notifications are on. Stick of it something. But no, for real. So watch. Look how it's about to stretch my curls out. And on YouTube, on my Instagram, everybody's like, oh, how you stretch your curl out? And just this not for y'all, this for Instagram. I'm gonna splice this part real quick. Listen. Instagram, y'all be over there liking all these pictures, but y'all need to come watch these videos because y'all just want to like pictures and ask questions, but don't want to watch no video. So if you want to know how I got the curls, then watch the video. But anywho, so just let it stretch it out. And remember, when you putting a product on your hair, it's not just as simple as putting it on there. You want to work it into the cuticle. Okay, but notice I am staying away from my scalp. And another really, really good usage of rose water. After I get done doing a twist out, I always take a cotton ball, and it's right here. I'm gonna do it in a second. I always take a cotton ball and rub it across my scalp just in case I got any other product that I don't want on there on my scalp and stuff. So. And y'all already saw my twist out from the other days on my channel. So this is the method that I always use. And I'm having a little outbreak with hydrogenated superativa right now over here, but I told y'all about that already. If not, I'll leave the video link in the description box below. Below. Header. It looked like a lot, but it's gonna be in my cuticle in a minute. And then when you comb it out, make sure you hold it. So don't just go like this. You hold it tight here. So like my roots have support. So nothing is going to come out of my follicle because I'm holding it tight right here. And I'm just focusing on the ends. So my shaft is being held and controlled. And then after that, I can just go up. And the more you control the ends, you can go freehand. But even when you are combing your hair white, you should always hold it at the base when you're combing. Because if not, you break your hair. And my hair is high porosity, so like I said, it looks like I'm using a lot of stuff, but by the time my hair dries tomorrow, I'll need to put more oil in it. So, and you can almost see the line of demarcation. You see how it stops right there? Like I'm not going up here. By the way, if you haven't noticed, these parts aren't straight, nor do I have a desire to make them straight, guys. Okay. So let's get that elephant out of the room. Because this isn't really for a hairstyle. This is just wash day, and I'm probably going to have my scarf on for a couple days. Until this stuff come, I almost spill beans that I ain't supposed to spill. Hold on, y'all. Let me twist this last one, and then I'm going to come closer. Answer some questions. Oh, and just because I'm sure somebody asked already, hidradenitis suppurativa is basically when your sweat glands are too enlarged and your body kind of produces too many hormones, too much estrogen, and so my sweat glands try to protect my body by filling up with pus. So I control it by not eating meat, but your girl had a burger and yeah. So, but it was delicious. It was delicious, girl. It was delicious, girl. Oh Lord. I mean, a burger definitely not worth my hair thinning on the side, but it was delicious. But I'm used to it. I've been dealing with this my entire life. So that's actually what made me get into herbalism. So it's not a big deal, guys. Because if y'all been rocking with me for a while, I had a big ball spot over here, but it grew back. It's what it is. A lot of people don't know this, but give me a 3 if you see if you what's wrong, baby?
I think there's a package downstairs on the stairs for you.
Okay, here it come, baby.
Do you want me to get it for you?
Yes, can you please? What was I about to say? I forget what I was saying.
What if it's not mine?
Whatever. My child. I don't even remember what I was saying. I don't know. Somebody remind me. I don't know my child. I'm gonna read one of y'all comments. Why do people put peanut butter in their hair? I have no idea, and I didn't know that people were putting peanut butter in their hair, but they watch too much damn TV and YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. And no, I don't have no recommend. Oh, I think that's the stuff. Oh, I can't open it on.
I'll open it.
No. It's a surprise. No, baby, stop it. I don't think it's you. Go ahead. Go. You guys get in trouble. Right on the YouTube. They all got kids. My daughter thinks she's my mother.
I'm not. I don't.
Okay, go ahead, baby. Hold on, I can't let y'all see it. Hold on. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, no, that ain't. No, that's not what I thought it was. I mean, it's still something good, but it ain't what I. Okay, sorry, y'all. Peanut butter. It is. That is a video that's coming, but it's not. It's not what I thought it was. What was I about to say? The peanut girl. I don't even care. I really don't. That's what I'm talking about. Like the trichologist that I had on here on my channel. Me and her, it's a lot of stuff because we was talking for so long, but it's some stuff that I didn't even add, but it's so crazy because like as a professional, it's so annoying to, oh my God, to have these conversations with these people about this stuff. What do you think about? And I'm not talking about you specifically, but obviously because we don't know each other. But I would have clients come and say, I saw this girl online and she had people use mayonnaise and eggs in their hair. That is it's probably monostat is first. No. Rice water's first, and then mayonnaise and eggs, and then monostat. Oh God, because y'all don't know what y'all doing. People don't know what they doing when they do it. And then they would be like, yeah, I deep conditioned my hair before I came with this mayonnaise and egg stuff. And then they sit in my chair and I wash their hair out. But as I'm washing their hair and the water is getting hot, the eggs begin to cook a little bit. I'm like, is that dandruff? But the water isn't hot enough to cook the eggs, but it just started making it a little warm. And I thought it was dandruff. And then when we get to the bowl, and mind you, this is somebody with really, really thick hair. Then we get to my chair and I pull the blow dryer out and eggs start cooking. Lord, because she put too much coconut oil in it. So the coconut oil then put a barrier between her hair. So it's her hair, egg, mayonnaise, and coconut oil on top. Lord. And then people wonder why they don't have hair. When a Black woman says, oh, my hair is growing. How long have you been growing your hair? For 17 years. Where is it? Right here. There's a reason why. God did not say, okay, I'm going to make Black women. I'm going to give y'all big old butts. And I'm going to give y'all some small waists and some big lips and some thick thighs. But y'all got to be bald head because that's too much. Y'all got to be bald head. Y'all got all that ass and stuff. That's too much. Y'all got to be bald head. Here go my amount of shedding so far. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not, the Lord didn't make us bald because we got butt. Like, bro. Come on, man. Oh. Oh my God, I'm sorry. One time I did an avocado mask and it did as well wash out. Because it doesn't go in your hair, guys. Okay, when people, this is what happened. A YouTuber saw somebody else say, avocados is so good for your hair. No, avocado oil is good for your hair. And people, these YouTubers do not know what they're talking about. So they teaching y'all the wrong way. Instead of them telling y'all to mix and to take some avocado and put it in a blender and then put it in your hair, what they should be telling you is to take about 4 ripe avocados, put those avocados inside of a food processor and make them like into a smooth paste. And after you make those avocados into a smooth paste, take out a baking sheet and lay some parchment paper down and then lay some parchment paper down and then pour out that little avocado spread that you just made and then sit it in direct sunlight for at least like 48 hours. And after those 48 hours, that avocado will begin to release avocado oil. And then after it dries completely, you can get a milk bag, put all of that dry avocado in the milk bag and squeeze out avocado oil. That is why you're supposed to use avocado oil. You're not supposed to make yourself into a damn burrito. Lord. No, you don't put plain avocados. Are you a taco? You're not a taco, not you, but everybody that use that. You are not a taco. You're not a damn taco. And all of these damn YouTubers get on, oh yeah, girl, go ahead, make yourself into this, make this a taco mask, little taco hair mask. No, that's not how you use the avocado. No. But then if somebody like me says to come, yeah. If somebody like me come on and say don't do it, people are like, oh, she don't know what she talking about. But I definitely do. Because after I got done doing hair, I loved hair so much that I wanted to learn the science of hair. And then I wanted to learn herbs. And I fell in love with herbs. And now I have a greenhouse downstairs. These YouTubers do not know what they're talking about. They telling you to use, no, you're supposed to use avocado oil. Yes, you can use natural things at home. For example, people like, oh, use onion juice. What you really, really need to use is not the actual stinky onion. The most nutritious part of the onion is the onion peel. And guess what? The onion peel doesn't smell like onions. So what you need to do instead of walking around smelling like guacamole, once again, freshly made guacamole using onion juice, what you need to do is take the skin off of the onion. And after you take the skin off the onion, let it dry for at least like a week. And after it dries for a week, boil some water on the stove. And after you boil the water on the stove, once it comes to like an aggressive boil, turn the pot off and then put all of those onion peels inside of the pot, put the cap on it, let it sit for 45 minutes. That is how you're supposed to use onions. Not walking around here smelling like dip. Y'all walk around here smelling like chips and dip. For no reason. Lord. And then come to a hairstylist like, because this one girl on YouTube did it and she got real long hair. It's like, oh Lord God. For example, we've been on here for over an hour, but if I was to edit this video, I can get it down to 15 minutes. Yeah. So that is the irritation that hairstylists be having. So when people be like, oh, hairstylists got attitude problems. Yes, they do. Because they are tired of arguing with y'all over stuff that y'all learn on YouTube. There is no such thing as 4C hair. There is no such thing as 4B hair. It is taught in no scientific book anywhere around the world, Craig. Not just the city, the world. Okay? Lord. Any real cosmetologist like this deep into the science of hair, not a hairstylist that plays in your hair, but a real cosmetologist or a real hairstylist that really cares about the health of your hair cannot stand the curl typing chart because she's done her research and she understands that it is detrimental to African American women, or it is detrimental to women to be picking care products based on their curl type. You cannot, just like y'all can't pick products for your skin based on like your complexion, you cannot pick products based on your curl type. Like, I'm light skinned, so I'm gonna use Johnson & Johnson because I'm light skinned. No. And some of these parts are like that on purpose because once I get done, if I make the parts too straight, then I end up picking my hair like for too long, and then it ends up like messing with my curl definition. After I get done with this, I'm gonna put this hair wrap on, and then we can talk for a minute until my pizza comes. Hold on. I'm chopping my hair off in 2017. I'm proud of it is now. So proud. Good. I watched that video with the onions. But it's like, the thing is, people don't even like now. I have so many people writing me, apologizing to me for the way that they talk to me in the Rice Water video. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, for the way I talked to you. You didn't deserve that. You really, really know what you're talking about. And I mean, I accept everybody's apology. Thank you. But at the same time, it's like it didn't even have to happen, because to be honest, most people are only apologizing now because they see that my hair grew. Because when I first made the video, I had a short pixie cut because I did hair 13 hours a day and I have 2 kids. So it was either have a short pixie cut or be looking dusty. I didn't have time to do this. I did not have an extra hour of my day to sit and twist my hair. No day. So I had a short pixie cut and I was giving everybody the same exact information that I'm giving right now. But because my hair wasn't long and natural, and because I had a relaxer, I was not proud to be a Black woman, and I didn't love myself, and I didn't love the skin that I was in, and I was hateful and I hated other Black women. That's how our minds work, and that's really unfortunate. So, I mean, it's nice to get an apology, but it's still like, so are we apologizing because my hair grew? Like, nothing about what I said changed, and nothing about me has changed. If anything, I'm more aggressive now than I was in that video. The only thing that's different now is I don't have my hair blonde. And it's not a short pixie cut. But you know, apparently professionals don't know anything. And apparently all hairstylists have to have super long hair. Okay. Yeah, so I'm heavy with the Chebe on my ends because that's how I stretch my hair out really good at the bottom. Like Chebe on my ends, make sure that I retain most of my length. Hold on, let me get this scarf real quick. Ah! Hold on, sugars. Hold on, babies. Hold on, sugar bears. Wait a minute, sugar plumps. Wait a minute. Fine. Hold on, sugar foot. Hold on. Wait for the girl. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, let me see. The power of suggestion. Who is talking about nachos? Yes, our hair grow and then have broken off badly. And that's the problem. Like, and I challenge y'all for something. And I'm not talking about nobody specifically. I'm not knocking YouTubers. They have something like you come up with something and you like, okay, this worked, this grew my hair, bet. But if they're not able to answer the question, is this good for low and high porosity hair? Is this good for low, high, and medium porosity hair? Do not use it. Don't just go out there using stuff because these YouTubers are telling you to. Because a couple of years ago, just how everybody is about rice water, everybody was putting monostat on their scalp. There are hairstylists that are like really, really popular who will remain nameless that was putting monostat on her client's hair. She was offering it as a service. Coochie cream was a service. They was paying somebody to put the coochie cream on their scalp. And women was doing it. And now all of the women that used to put the coochie cream on their scalp, they want to act like, what? People used to use monostat? Yes. And you was doing it too. Don't try to play us in the church. You was doing it. And I'm not making it up. It's still all over YouTube. When we get off of here, y'all go online and search coochie cream. Search coochie cream. I'm sorry. I came from outside right before I started. I'm sorry. Don't search coochie cream. Just search monostat for hair growth. Search monostat for hair growth, and y'all are gonna see so many women like, all you gotta do, and you put it on there, and then bam, it grow your hair out. And look, this how my hair looked before, and this how it look after. And no one in the comments, no one wanted to know why. If somebody just asked the question, why does it work? They would have been able to get the knowledge that it's not that it's working, it kills yeast. And most naturals have yeast on their scalp because they don't wash their hair for months at a time. People believe that as a natural, you're supposed to go 2, 3, 4, 5 months without washing your hair because dirt makes your hair grow. And that's not true. And so the women that the monostat was working for, it was working because monostat is a powerful, powerful drug that they put to kill yeast in your cootie mama. So it can also kill the yeast that's blocking the follicle on your scalp. So monostat is not growing your hair out. It's unblocking your follicles from the stuff that y'all put on it that's keeping your hair from doing what God meant for it to do naturally. Like, your hair can grow super fast. It can. And my hair would be longer than this if I wasn't growing it out from a pixie. I was cutting an inch every time I did it so I could even it up because it was shaved on the back, in the back and on the sides. Like, y'all are the reason why y'all don't have long hair, not y'all. If it doesn't apply to you and I say y'all, don't get offended. I'm not talking to you. I look like I am about to rub up somebody. I'm about to rob somebody and take their car. Hold on, y'all. And I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but it's the truth. Like, sorry, y'all. Y'all can fact check me on everything that I say. And there are people who make videos like, oh, Sean, what she talking about? There's no such thing as the hydrogen bond, all that stuff. Like, listen, fact check me. Go look up the hydrogen bond in the hair. All I'm going to say is this without giving stuff away. Olaplex is a bond reconstructor. Everybody loves Olaplex. Olaplex is a bond reconstructor. Olaplex re-strengthens the bonds that hold your hair together. Olaplex strengthens the hydrogen bond, the disulfide bond, and like, come on, and the salt bond. Salt bond, I mean, it's important, but that don't really make a difference. Yes, Olaplex really works because it's a patent formula that they can sue anybody for using it because it is a bond reconstructor. Yes, Olaplex really works because they have a patent technology that restructures the bonds that hold your hair together. Because whenever you color your hair, you are temporarily breaking those bonds. So you can open the cuticles so you can take out whatever pigment is already naturally in there or whatever pigment has been put in there artificially. So you can have a clean canvas to put in a new pigment, a new color. So because you've opened the cuticle and you pulled stuff out, Olaplex goes on there to make sure that the bonds that you just broke apart to put the color in there, or the bonds that you just broke apart to straighten your hair, or the bonds that you just broke apart to give yourself a wet set, or the bonds that you could have broken apart from standing in direct sunlight, because a lot of people don't know that you can get heat damage from standing in the sun. In Vegas, sometimes it's 110 degrees here. And so somebody that works outside, if they work outside and they got braids in their head or whatever, and they standing outside in direct sunlight, the rays from the sun can give you heat damage. So Olaplex is something that a lot of my clients, I would sell to recommend that a lot of my clients that, like, I had clients, female clients that worked in construction, they had regular appointments where they got Olaplex treatments and they would always take number 3 home with them. So in the meantime, in between time, when they couldn't see me, she would make sure her hair was strong because she stood in the sun, which can also give you heat damage. The flat iron itself, the blow dryer itself, does not give you heat damage. You not knowing what you're doing with the tool gives you heat damage. You get heat damage in the sun, guys. In the sun. In the sun, y'all. So that's what's frustrating when you see everybody so afraid of heat damage, but you're not afraid of the damage that you get when you don't wash your hair, though. You're not, and then peep this. Everybody's so worried about heat damage, but nobody's worried about follicle damage. A lot of people don't. First of all, most people think that there are only 2 forms of alopecia. There are so many forms of alopecia. And one form of alopecia that a lot of naturals know nothing about is the one that is self-inflicted by you guys suffocating the follicles. A lot of people not gonna want to hear this, but everybody likes to say, oh, well, my grandma been using this and she been using blue magic on our scalp forever. It's the reason why most women have the same patterns of baldness in their families, because everybody is killing their follicles in the same ways. Just like if somebody was to put a paper bag or a plastic bag on top of your head and you would suffocate. What do you think is happening to your hair follicle? So after you've blocked the follicle for months and months and months and years and years and years, every single day you putting shea butter or coconut oil, protein-seeking coconut oil on your scalp. And once again, if you look at coconut oil under an electronic microscope in the scalp inside of the hair follicle, it literally looks like a puddle. It looks like a puddle in a hole. It does not absorb into the scalp. It does not. It does not absorb into the follicle. It does not. Sorry. So if you use it and it feels good, it's because it's putting a coating on your hair and you have low porosity hair. Just because something feels good, just because it feels better when you use water, does not mean it's better for you, guys. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a cosmetologist, herbalist, trichologist. What do I know? I don't know anything. I know nothing of the kind. I don't know nothing. I don't know jack diddly squat. I've just been doing hair my whole life. I just got my license when I was 19, and I've never had another job other than hair. And now I'm 30. But what the hell do I know? I don't know half as much as that one girl because she got millions of subscribers. So if you got millions of subscribers, you automatically got an education. If you get 1 million subscribers, you got a channel talk about making babies or delivering babies, you automatically a doctor and you can give C-sections. Nah, because you know how to, you've been watching the videos, girl. Oh. Edge control. Let me put this. I done made this whole video without dropping stuff. These are not the papers that I normally use, and they in here, and I still have them because I never use them. Because they short. And my head is a little large. So wait a minute, y'all. This is awkward. If we was live, if this was a regular video, and I was just filming it and editing, I would, what would have happened? Y'all just would have seen, I would put on the screen, oh, time to get some papers. And then okay. But that's not what's happening. Right now, this is live. This is real life. So you should watch all my videos and like all of them because this is what I go through for y'all. Okay, hold on. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to sit down for a minute. Oh, I just didn't want to let it go. This is so ghetto. What are you doing? We just not going to have a back one. We're only going to have a front one. Because these are like those looser papers that's meant to go behind under your little stuff, or when the men get the Jerry curls. These those Jerry curl papers. These ain't the regular papers. These the Jerry curl papers, Lord. Got me on them Jerry's, girl. Okay. This is real life. This is what it's gonna be. So, but I'm gonna be cute tomorrow. Okay, here I come. We made it, guys. Okay, so this is what I have left. And so I am going to put vitamin E oil in this one. And I'm using this on my mom's hair. There's a video coming from my mom tomorrow. I have to be honest and say I do not know where in the world that hair has came from. No clue. I don't, or maybe, oh, I think that may be the hair I was waiting for. And the package that I was waiting for is on the steps. Y'all, I'm going to just mute this real quick so y'all won't hear me yelling. Hold on. Bella, bring me that package on the stairs. Sorry, I thought this whole time that y'all could hear me and I still had it on mute. I apologize. Believe me, I do. I am sorry. I was just a talking. It ain't. It's nothing. I mean, it's something, but it's just two different hair companies that it's not what I thought it was. So I don't have to spill the beans. Okay, let's talk now. I am going to move things around. Hold on, please. Just give me a second. No, my clothes don't. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all lucky that I had on clothes because I didn't want to, Lord. Okay, hold on. Hold on, please. Wait, please. Wait, please. Wait. Okay. Okay, church. Oh no, you're not child. Wait. Hold on. Wait, please. Wait. Oh. All right. We are in there like swimwear. Okay, let's go. Y'all got me. We in here. I thought it was gonna take me way longer than this. I told myself no longer than 5. So ta-da. Wow, ta-da. Watch out now. I forgot I had that right there. I was like, it's too hard. That's my drawers. I forgot. I'm sorry. Wait, y'all still can't hear nothing? How can't you hear anything? I didn't know y'all needed the headphones for this. Can you hear me now? Why do I need headphones? Why do these headphones need to be on to hear y'all? Can you hear me Give me a 4 if you can hear me. I don't know to hear you. Oh, well, okay. Sorry, y'all. I thought it's my fault because I took the link for the headphones out. I just didn't think that I needed the headphones, seeing that nobody else saying anything but me, but okay. All right, questions. Does anybody have questions? As we deep in here, hello, and thank everybody for the donations. I appreciate you so much. And if you don't know where the donation thing is and you want to dinkle something on your girl, you know what I'm saying? It's in the upper right-hand corner. Hello, Shablam. I love you. Thank you. How do you use heating tools correctly? Well, how can I say? You need to know the texture of hair. Understand that there's no one size fits all for everybody's hair. So, for example, if you are somebody with low density and if you have low density and high porosity hair, the heat setting that you will use is going to be completely different from somebody who has high density and low porosity hair. So, whenever a hairstylist tells you, I can't really answer that question, it's not because she's trying to be stank. The question that you just asked me, give me a 2 if y'all know, Dr. Strange, Professor Strange, whatever his name is. And he'll sit there and he'll go through 5 or 6 different scenarios in his head to give you one different answer, or 1,000 different scenarios to give you one answer. So you have so many different temperature settings, so many different options depending on density, porosity. So there's no one heat setting. And once again, that's why the majority of women get heat damage, flat iron in their hair, because somebody with hair that looks like theirs will say, oh, well, you can use 300. And they like, oh, well, she used 300 because she used 300 and it worked on her and her hair looked like mine. So I'm going to use 352 or I'm going to use 300 too. And then you get heat damage. But she had she had low porosity hair, but it looked 4C, but it was low porosity. But you have 4C and high porosity. So it was good for her hair because her cuticle is closed, but your cuticle is wide open. So you gave yourself heat damage. That is why I cannot just give you an answer to that question. I need to know your density, your porosity. I need to know some of your regular patterns. Whenever I do a silk press on somebody, they don't just come in and sit down and me be like, girl, put your head back. No, I need to know your patterns. I need to do a porosity test on your hair real quick. I need to feel your hair shaft. I need to check your ends. It's a reason that they charge us $30,000 to go to cosmetology school. It's not as simple as pulling the flat iron out. The scalpel is not what's doing the surgery. The doctor is the one who went to school to learn how to cut somebody's uterus open. And the scalpel is the tool that they use to cut the uterus open. A hairstylist, a cosmetologist goes to school to learn your hair from the inside out, from the follicle to the end, to the end. So the flat iron is a tool that I use to do my job, but it is not my job. Flat ironing hair is so much more complicated than that. I'm sorry, I can't just give you, and I'm not being rude or disrespectful. I'm not withholding information. I cannot answer that question. Sorry. Density. So basically, if your hair is fine, medium, or really, really thick. So if your hair is like super, okay, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say castor oil. Perfect. Castor oil. Most of the people who are telling y'all to use castor oil have natural hair, and they have long natural hair, and they've been doing a whole bunch of stuff to their hair. So most of them have self-inflicted high porosity hair. And even if they don't have high porosity hair, they got big, huge hair, which means that they have high density. So they have high density, and most of them, once again, have low porosity, high porosity hair. So they're saying, oh yeah, castor oil is great. Why? Because castor oil puts a coating on the hair shaft. So somebody with high porosity hair like myself, it makes your hair feel amazing, baby, because your cuticle is always like this. And the castor oil is so thick that it puts that has low to medium density and medium porosity hair. You put castor oil on your hair, your cuticle is closed. So the castor oil is going to do what it really does. It's just going to sit on your hair. It's going to weigh it down. That's why one person can use a certain curl definer, or not a curl definer, a certain shine serum, and it look amazing on their hair. But then you put it on your hair and your hair looks stringy and wet. That is why you do not pick products based on the way that they look. So that's what I mean by density. Before you pick a product, you need to know what is your density. And if you have low density, like your hair is on the thinner side, then the last thing you want to use is heavy oils, coconut oils, even shea butters, coconut oil, all of that stuff. No, you need to use almond oil or walnut oil. Oh, baby, I want to do a video on walnut oil so bad. I think I'm gonna just do it on my other channel, because whenever I do educational videos here, y'all don't really see them, and it takes so much time. So it's not necessarily the amount of hairs on your head, because people can have the same amount of hairs on their head, but if their actual hair shaft is swollen to different densities, like if it's swollen to different sizes, then it'll be different. It's not the amount of hair that you have on your head. It's the basically like the circumference that your cuticle is swollen to. Your actual hair shaft is swollen to, because with laser light therapy, it actually increases the density because it swells the hair shaft. So your density has nothing to do with the amount of hair on your head. It has everything to do with the circumference of your hair shaft. Water takes pieces of your hair, put water for a few minutes. If low porosity, still stay on top of the water. Yes, but make sure that it is clean. Make sure it's clean, and make sure the water is room temperature, or it won't be accurate. I've been doing so much research because of seeing she's a hair saver. But it's not that, you guys. Everything that unless I'm telling you about herbs and stuff like this is herbalist sin, okay? This is plant lady sin. I have a shirt and socks that say plant lady, plant mother. This is plant lady sin. Most of this is Cosmo sin. Your hairstylists know this, but most people do not respect hairstylists, and it's been going on like that for so long that hairstylists don't even care anymore, because nobody wants to argue with people. So it's converted. Hairstylists are just like, forget it. I don't even care. What side do you want your part on? And I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of how I was at the end. I have 2 other certifications outside of being a cosmetologist. I'm not about to explain to you and prove to you that I know what I'm talking about. If you already booked with me, like I said, your doctor just come in the room and be like, open your mouth, stick your tongue out, put this up. How many times did you hiccup? And that's it. You're not in there like, so what school did you go to? What brand of scalpels did you use? And no. So hairstylists be like, whatever, what side you want your partner on? Almond oil is good for everybody, because what makes almond oil amazing is the particles that make this oil are very, very, very small. Unlike coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil, those particles are huge. Those are retention oils. Castor oil I'm cool with, but as a retention oil, I mix castor oil with my Chebe Butter because it keeps my ends on lock. I'm not saying don't use Jamaican black castor oil. I'm saying do not put it on your scalp, because you are suffocating your hair follicle. And that is why Black women don't have long hair. The women who have hair to their butts and past their butts, do not put oil on their scalp, because they understand that their body produces its own oil from the scalp called sebum. But most Black women do not know that, because the sebum never gets the opportunity to come out, because the follicle is so clogged from years and years of product buildup. So then you use something like Monistat Coochie Cream and it kills everything and pulls everything up that you've had in your follicles for centuries. Same thing with apple cider vinegar. Keep your follicle clean and your hair will grow, period. It's not complicated. Is that the correct oil? Yes, that's the correct spelling. Yep, that's the correct spelling. I have medium porosity hair, medium density curly hair. Should detangler my hair wet or dry? It does not matter how your hair is. You detangle your hair dry because once your hair is wet, the bonds that hold your hair together are broken and it is weak. Just like ask yourself this question. What it is, either way it can be broken. Either way the ends can be broken, but I mean either way it can be ripped. But what is easier to rip, a wet paper towel or a dry paper towel? A wet paper towel is way easier to rip than, like, that's just how it goes. You don't even have to rip a wet paper towel. If it's soaking wet, you can just go like this and it'll dissolve in your hands. But you actually have to rip like dry paper towel. But wet paper towel, you can dissolve it like this. Same exact thing with your hair. And everybody's like, no, I don't care what you're talking about because it feels so much better when I detangle it with water. That is because you break the hydrogen bonds in your hair. Just like somebody's easier to take advantage of if they've been broken down, if you paralyzed and you can't move. When you wet your hair is paralyzed and it can't move and it's doing whatever you tell it to do. It's not better for your hair. It is worse for you to detangle your hair wet than dry. I don't care what anyone says. Mm-hmm. Yes, my love. Yep. So then I should stop using a hair growth oil on my scalp. Hair growth oils are not meant to be left on for long periods of time. Unless it depends on what the oils are. That's why you have to do your research. Do not use products just because people online are telling you to use them, because everybody's not telling you what product to use because they think it's a good one. A lot of times they're doing it because it's a brand deal, which I'm not knocking it, but do your research for yourself. Listen, where's my notebook? I hope it's right here because I'm not getting it. I'll just do it. Give me a 2 if you want me to do it. I will do a video on oils. There are hundreds of oils, thousands of oils. But for whatever reason, Black women only want to talk about castor oil and freaking coconut oil. There's walnut oil is amazing. Walnut oil works to reconstruct your scalp. So if you have weak or dead follicles, let's say you're one of those people who have been, and 6 of them are all like the same species, and then 1 is a different species. And then I have 2 rosemary bushes outside of my house. I have a whole greenhouse. I use herbs. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky, for the donation. I appreciate you so much, girl. Yes, girl. That's hot. That's a hot and ready girl. Yes. Thank you, girl. Helping me feed my kids, girl. Yes. Frederick. Oh, baby. Yes. Now we talking. Yes. Frederick. Oh, yes. Yes. I love Frederick so much. It is amazing. Cooking, eat, because remember, healthy hair starts from the inside out. Oh, baby. Frederick. Oh, baby. Yes. Give it to me. Now, y'all can start asking me about different oils. I'll say yay or nay, and I'll explain why. Thank you so much, Vicky. We love you, Vicky. And my other lover, they gave me the super chat. I love you so much. Wild Growth, I don't know. Is Wild Growth, is that like a brand name, or I mean like actual herbs? Like I said, I'm a herb. I don't really do. Tea tree. Moringa. This is moringa tea. This is moringa tea. I drink moringa tea every morning. Hold on, y'all. Jojoba oil. I love jojoba oil, but it's not on the scalp. Tea tree is good, but tea tree is an essential oil and should not be put directly on the scalp before you dilute it. Same thing for any essential oil. Any essential oil should not be put directly on the skin or on the scalp. For example, like 1 teaspoon of orange oil is equivalent to like 50 oranges, like 50 different oranges and the orange peels. So just 1 teaspoon of it. It's always supposed to be diluted. Please remember that. Lavender oil, yes. Peppermint oil, absolutely. But remember, lavender oil, peppermint oil, those all fall in the essential oil categories. Lavender oil, A1, baby. A1. Okay, A1, but you must dilute it because if you don't dilute it, it will be too powerful for the follicle and you will be a bald head skiddle with no hair in the middle or a scallywag with no hair in the back or wherever you put it. If you're doing, wait, hold on. Oh, baby, fenugreek. And who are you? I love you, the wind singer. Sing to me. Yes. Fenugreek, almond oil, and then I always put I love myrrh oil so much. Like myrrh is my favorite essential oil. Okay, is my favorite. Period. It's magical. Grapeseed oil is awesome, but it is a little too thick to go on the scalp. So grapeseed oil is going to be a retention oil. You don't want grapeseed oil like on the scalp. Where do I get my oils from? Amazon, always. I'll be going out here in these streets. Listen to me. Wait, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Don't wait. Don't say nothing else. Wait, because then I don't want to wait. Hold on, because we got to talk about myrrh. First of all, I'm sorry if there's any white people on here. I'm about to say no rude or whatever, but listen, my sister, Black woman, hello. Let's do a little history lesson real quick. So her jumpsuit was one of the most powerful pharaohs ever in Egypt, and she was she was a woman. Hello, pharaoh out of nowhere. They wasn't really okay with women being in those type of powerful positions. So she was like, okay, you want to see a man? No problem. How about I wear a beard though? Every blue moon. Do this make you feel better? Still a woman though, boobs and everything. With a beard, you feel better. Anywho, so she ended up putting together this big, huge excursion to the land of Punt. And the land of Punt, they had huge myrrh trees, right? So myrrh is amazing because myrrh is one of the key ingredients that the Egyptians used to preserve bodies during the mummification process. Okay. So once I found that out, I started doing my research on myrrh. It has so many different properties. When you're talking about restoration of the scalp, restoration of the follicle, skin, restoration of the hair shaft, the ends, all of that. My baby, myrrh oil is everything. I put myrrh oil in this, everything, okay? And like, I'm not Christian, but that's frankincense and myrrh. That's where frankincense and myrrh came from. Frankincense, like them getting myrrh, all of that. That was way thousands, tens thousands of years before the Bible was ever written. Myrrh. It's in the history books. The excursion that Hibiscus took to the land of Punt for myrrh. Everything. I ain't going there with you, but myrrh, my baby. Okay, come on, oils, come on. What oils are good for hot oil treatments? My favorite, well, once again, it would depend on what you're doing a hot oil treatment for. Most people think that everybody needs a hot oil treatment and they think they could just do it for whatever reason. If you are not having a problem retaining moisture, if your scalp is not dry, you do not need to do a hot oil treatment. And then to keep in mind, when it comes to a hot oil treatment, you need to use oils that have small particles. So almond oil, walnut oil, aloe vera oil is really good because it has a lot of natural disinfectant properties and all of that stuff and natural antiseptics. But I need you guys to remember when you are doing a hot oil treatment and you have oil on the scalp, it cannot be a heavy oil like castor oil, coconut oil, stuff like that, because you sitting under a dryer or sitting up under something, and then the next thing you know, you heating it up, so you just open the follicle even more, and then you take it off, cool air hits it, the follicle closes up, and whatever oil you had on there is locked inside of the follicle. So a lot of times oil treatments do more harm than good. Olive oil is life. It's life. Do you hear me? It is life, but not the olive oil that you get from the grocery store. Okay. But a lot of people don't know this, but olive oil has so many antibacterial properties. Like you will be so surprised at how dope olive oil is for the hair, the scalp, your skin, like life in general. Olive oil is the GOAT. I was actually really surprised at how many beneficial properties olive oil had. I don't have anything against derma rolling or microblading or anything like that. But once again, I need y'all to do y'all research. Everything is not for everybody. So that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to go there. Olive oil, shea butter, avocado on my ends keeps my hair moisturized for weeks. Okay. That's not a good combination. The only thing that's good in that combination is the aloe. But the aloe gel it has different properties than like aloe oil and stuff does. But shea butter and avocado on your hair, you don't want to use two heavy proteins like that at the same time. So remember, just because your hair feels good does not mean that it's doing a good job. And I'm telling you what I know because I spent my career like, I don't want y'all to think I'm like being mean to people. That was my job. That's what I did. Like if I had 13 clients in one day, only two of them didn't have a whole bunch of damaged ends that I had to cut off. And those two would be like regular clients that are coming repetitively, and the rest of them would be new, or they will only come on, that one time a year where they straighten their hair, and it will be the same thing every time. Naturals be like, oh, I don't use this. I'm not using heat, but I'm detangling my hair away, and I'm doing all of this, and I'm using apple cider vinegar on my hair every week, and I'm blocking my follicle with coconut oil and stuff, and then I straighten their hair, and then I give them the mirror, and this was my life. Their hair, I swear to God, their hair would be, this one girl, her hair was right here. It was about right here, right? And once I straightened it, it was see-through to about right here. I'm talking, if her hair was right here, you could see my whole shirt. And she smelled like rice water when she walked through my door. I'm not hating on people that make rice water. I spent my career, my YouTube channel went from 5,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers because of rice water. Because I'm cutting off the damage that rice water and apple cider vinegar does to hair. And they would come in my room smelling like rice water or smelling like apple cider vinegar. Like, hey. So, people can argue about it, but what is your porosity again, babe? Where can I get aloe oil from? What is the purpose of using aloe oil? Aloe oil is going to be for the scalp, and you can get it off Amazon. You can get every oil that we talk about on Amazon. Never tried the rice water. Oh my God, please. If y'all want to try it, then I don't care. That's not my job. And it's just I'm going to just do what the Lord told me to do. I just put the information out there, and if y'all still want to use that stuff on your hair, you can. But it's crazy to me. For example, Like I fell in love with hibiscus, right? Where I learned about how Indian women use it. Not because I'm like, oh my God, I want long hair like them, but I just thought it was so dope. So not the actual hibiscus flower. They may take like one of the flowers, but it's mainly the hibiscus leaf. And y'all can actually look this up on YouTube, videos out there like this. Okay. And so what they do, she literally just put the videos maybe like 5 minutes long, and she took a bunch of leaves because it's the leaf, okay? And so she took a bunch of hibiscus flower leaves and put them in a bowl and just took like 2 of the actual flowers and then some water. That I think she said it was like room temperature, and then she just went like this, like over and over again. And she said she did that for 10 minutes, and you can literally see her doing it, and you can see it turn into a gel. And then she puts her hair, like this is a video that's on YouTube right now. She puts her hair over the bowl. Over a bowl like this. And then she just takes it and she just put it all over her hair. But not all over her hair, all over her scalp. And she's letting it drip on her actual hair that she already got. And she says, this is all about the scalp. This is putting in nutrients into the scalp. This is antibacterial. It kills different yeast buildup on the scalp. And we do this. And she said that they don't use conditioner or shampoo. They use that on their hair. And that is how they wash their hair. They use that they made. And then she will take some water to get all of the excess off. And then that's it. And her hair to her butt. That's what they do. She said her grandmother taught them how to do it, and then her grandmother taught them, and her grandma taught them, and they all got hair to their butt. And they're washing their hair with that at least like every other day. They're not going 2 months without washing their hair. Guys, ginger is awesome, but ginger is very, very strong and very powerful. I love ginger so much. Give me a 2 if you want me. Actually, I think I'm gonna just put this on my Instagram either way, but I'm gonna show y'all how to grow ginger at home. Like I'm telling you, like you can go to the dollar store and get ginger. When you see ginger that has like it looks like a little nipple, that's actually ginger that wants to live again. I am such a plant lady. Do not judge me. That's ginger that wants to live again. So you literally can just put it in some, like I always like to rehydrate it. And so I'll just put the base of it in water for like maybe like 24 hours, maybe not like 48 hours. And then you'll start seeing the tip, a little root, a little nipple, a little root that's coming out, and it'll start turning green. And then you just dig a hole in some dirt and put it all the way down there, and you'll see it sprouting up. I think I got it. No, I'm gonna just make a video. I'll just show it to y'all. It's too much. Can using oil on my hair make my hair thick? Well, it depends on what type of oil you're using and what the reasoning is behind you using oil. Understand that oils are herbs. So, if you ever watch a video of them making Jamaican black castor oil, all they do is they climb to the top of the tree and they get the seed, and they take the seed, they put it in a thing, and then they smash it. And then after they smash it for a long amount of time, they're able to sift it and pull out the oil that's at the bottom. Just like I told you guys earlier, you can make avocado oil yourself by getting avocados, mash them up, sitting them in the sun. But all of the oil is going to come to the top, and then you can squeeze the oil out. So understand that, like, that's a part of medicine. Even pharmaceutical companies, what they do, a pharmaceutical company, like Volume comes from valerian root. Valerian, does that sound familiar to you? Valerian root, if you were to, I have valerian root downstairs. I just don't feel like going downstairs to get it. I love you. But valerian root, you can take valerian root and make a tea out of it, and it'll have you feeling just like Valium makes you feel. That's what pharmaceutical companies do. They research nature, and then they extract that out, and they put their mixes on it. They add their artificial products to it so they can put a patent on it and charge you for it. That's how it goes. How can I moisturize my crown hair because it's always dry no matter what I do? What is your regular hair pattern? Because I cannot give you guys advice. Just like there's no one size fits all. If you guys, from now on, if you're asking me questions, I need to know your porosity, I need to know your density, and I need to know what you do to your hair on a day-to-day basis. When you wake up in the morning, what do you do to your hair? Are you wearing braids? Are you wearing weaves? How often are you washing your hair? Are you washing your, or how often are you washing your hair? How often do you comb your hair? Everybody needs to I need to know, how often are you combing your hair? All of that. Because there is a reason why it's happening, and you just saying what's happening, you just telling me the symptom is not going to help me find out the cause or the solution. I need to know more than the symptom. I need to know everything about you. I can't give you a recommendation based on your symptoms. Vinegar has definitely helped keep my dandruff at bay, though. I massage it on my scalp 30 minutes before I shampoo. Used to use sulfur, but it stopped. Love, if vinegar is working on your scalp, that means that whatever products that you are using on a day-to-day basis is blocking your follicle, and you need to stop using it. That means that you need to stop using shea butter, or you need to make sure that you only getting it give yourself at least an inch from the scalp, because you are not supposed to use vinegar. Does not go in your hair. It doesn't. It does not. I'm sorry. It doesn't. It does not go in your hair. Apple cider vinegar don't go in your hair. Regular vinegar does not. It does not. It is for food. It is for things that are fermented. Do not go in your hair. You can use vinegar to unclog your sink. You can use vinegar to clean battery acid off of batteries. You can use vinegar to unclog your toilet. You can use vinegar to clean the brakes on your car. Like, vinegar does not go in your hair. It doesn't. Why would you, and not you specifically, I need you to think about that. If it can unclog my toilet, if it can dissolve battery acid, should I put it on my scalp? No. It is not working. I don't care what anybody says. If you are using any type of acid-based product and you feel like it's giving you a result, you are using products that are too thick on your hair. That's why, and no offense, you are the same person who said that you use shea butter and avocado oil on your hair and aloe vera gel. Those are all too thick of a combination. So vinegar feels great on your hair, and it feels great because your hair is like, oh, it's like taking your bra off after a long day. That's what vinegar is like for your hair. When you use vinegar on your hair, it's the same feeling that you have if you got big old boobs and you take your bra off, like, oh, thank the Lord. Vinegar does not, if you can clean batteries with it, it should not go on your hair. Your hair is more fragile than battery acid is. But, you know, okay, I want to ask you a question because most people don't know what dandruff is. How big are the flakes? Do you have flakes? Do you have flakes that are this big? Do you have flakes that are like this big, or do you have like little patches, like it looks like sand or like salt? Which one? Do you have big, huge patches that look like a whole bunch of scabs, a whole bunch of big scabs, or do you have what looks like little salt and stuff on your shoulders? It's bigger than salt, but do you have like scabs? Because if you do not have what looks like scabs, like big, huge scabs, that's not dandruff. Most people don't know that's not dandruff. That's dry scalp. That's not dandruff. And even like there are children, like there are little girls that have buildup in the scalp. That just because you've had it since you were a little girl doesn't mean that it's dandruff. That just could mean that you've had product buildup since you were a little girl. That could mean that since you were a little girl, you have had heavy products used on the scalp. That's not dandruff. That's dry scalp. That's your When you have excessive dry scalp, that's your body's way of trying to get rid of some of the things that are blocking the follicle. Dandruff are big, huge flakes that fall out on the scalp. When you have dandruff, you are a person that has to stand over there. You are a person that has to get a comb and take it and comb out scabs out of your hair. You have to comb out the dandruff. It's not flakes. That's dry scalp. Dandruff, you have to remove with a comb, and it's scabs. You did not have dandruff. You had dry scalp from clogged follicles. I'm not trying to be rude, but like me and you are like going back and forth about what's going on with your scalp. And I talked about this earlier. I am a cosmetologist, herbalist, and trichologist. So I'm telling you that it's not dandruff. I'm telling you exactly what's happening with your scalp because I paid a lot of money to learn those exact things. That is not dandruff. That is dry scalp from having blocked follicles in your scalp for oxygen trying to breathe. And it removing your body removing different layers of skin trying to get air to breathe. That's what it is. It's not dandruff. Unless you're combing out big, huge flakes with a comb that you got to pull out and look at like this, you do not have dandruff. Like a scalp disorder. Doozy, if you're going to play that game in here, baby, I need you to go in there because it's too loud. Or turn it down. Just turn it down for me, please, handsome. Good. Go put on lotion. Go put on lotion a little bit more if it's still.
It's not.
So I'm not trying to be rude. I just, baby, it's that you don't have dandruff. You have dry scalp because you're like everything that I've been talking about this whole entire time, though, that's a result of it. Like I would have women coming in my chair all the time. I have dandruff. That's not dandruff. That's dry scalp from clogged follicles, from follicles that are suffocating. So the skin on top is dying and falling off because it cannot breathe because the follicles are saturated. Just because you've had it when you was little, like I've been doing my daughter's hair since she was a baby. And most Black women's mother use heavy oils and stuff on their scalp. So that just means that your follicle has been clogged your whole life. That's all it means. Vinegar is cleansing the follicle. So the dandruff stops because your follicle is no longer fighting for air and removing all of the skin and all of the layers that are on top trying to breathe. That's what that is. That's not dandruff. Your hair, your body is a living organism. So when you have dandruff, your hair is, your scalp is removing skin so it can breathe because the follicle is clogged with aloe vera gel. Because did you notice? This is aloe vera gel. This is aloe vera gel and hibiscus. I didn't put this on my scalp. It clogs the follicle. So, sorry guys, but oh yeah, you're learning stuff. You want to smell it? This was going to your hair. My daughter, I don't know what she did to her hair. Go over there. She getting her hair done later. She complains all the time. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the donations. Thank you. I've heard people say they grow in dandruff as there's a such. Y'all don't got time. So that's what people think. This is all YouTube lingo. Whatever. And I mean, no, that's growing. No, that's growing dry scalp. There's no dandruff is big, huge flakes of your skin, like how you have a scab on your, and it like how a scab look when it dry up and it fall up by itself. That's what dandruff looks like. This is not dandruff. Yes, Ms. Rodriguez, that is how you ask the question. Hello, I am going to read. So everyone that asks the question after this, you would say it like her. She said, my hair is very low porosity. I usually wear it in 2 cornrows or a bun. My hair is long and thick, but it is always dry. I use cream, moisturizer, and oil, but it just sits on top. How do I moisturize, baby? First thing I need you to do, and listen, after I tell you this, I need you to come back and tell me. Just email me. Can you put my
Did you just call me Yaya?
No, not her. The one of the moderators. No, that's her name. Can you put my website on there again, babe? Okay, so the very, very first thing I want you to do is cleanse the follicle and cleanse the scalp. So you can use rose water. Rose water is amazing for that, and you can make it for the low. When we get out of here, everybody promised me that you're going to go watch that video. And so you make that just to cleanse your scalp. And if you need a little, I actually want you to do an extra little cleanse. So please pay attention. You're going to make two versions. One of them is just going to be regular. The second one, I want you to add some tea tree oil to it. Okay, just a little bit of tea tree, like a half of a teaspoon. Okay. And so once you put that in there, then you shake it up. The one that has the tea tree in, that one goes on the scalp. So we're going to cleanse the scalp with that. And then the one that goes on the hair shaft, that's going to be cleansing the cuticle and removing all the fatty deposits that could possibly be on the cuticle and anything that can be blocking it. And then the very next thing we are going to do, I need you to get almond oil and peppermint oil. Almond oil and peppermint oil and myrrh oil. Okay, those three. Mix those together. And let's go ahead and do 2 cups of, and just watch this on replay if you need to. Let's see where we at in the timestamp. Watch on replay. Get 2 cups of almond oil. And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of all 3 of those oils that I said. So myrrh, tea tree, and peppermint inside of the almond oil. Teaspoon. Mix that together. Okay. And that is what you're going to put on the scalp and on the hair shaft. And then you sit under the dryer. And what that is going to do is open up your cuticle, because like I've been telling you guys, the particles in almond oil are very, very, very small. So they're going to get right into that low porosity hair that has that closed cuticle, because the reason that your hair is dry is because you have a cuticle that's closed. And then because you're using other products, it could possibly have a little coating on top of it. So that's what we're using the rose water for. The rose water is going to remove all of the fatty deposits and anything that can be blocking the cuticle or the follicle. And then the almond oil mixture that I told you about is going to go into the hair shaft to put in all the moisture and oil that you need. And I need you doing that oil treatment at least once a month. But remember, after you get done with the oil treatment, I want you to wash your hair out with conditioner only in cold water. Okay? Because it's already hard enough to get any type of nutrients in the hair. So that is what you do. And then put your braids in. Shablam, please. Yes. You don't have to sit under a dryer if you don't want to. If you don't have a dryer, you can always go on Amazon and they sell, like, if you have a blow dryer, you're fine, because they sell like this little blow dryer attachment that's like $5, and it's, you can like put it on the blow dryer, and then shablam, you could just be sitting here. You could have been doing it this whole time. How do I moisturize my crown? I have thin, fine, medium porosity hair, low density, and I wash once a week. I comb my hair 2 to 3 times a week. Brush every day. I usually keep hair in a pineapple. Okay, so thank you for that. Thank you for that last part. Okay, so you said your problem is moisturizing your crown, right? And you have, wait, hold on. Fine, medium porosity hair, huh? Right there inside of on the side, you see it? So you already have medium porosity hair, so your cuticle is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's opening and closing. But if you have a pineapple go up here, right? And this is where your crown is. That just means that you have too much tension there, and all of the oil is going everything else. So you need to wear your hair some other way, girl, other than a pineapple, girl, because that's what's wrong. When you say pineapple, you mean your hair is up here, right? That's what I remember. The pineapple we used to do, it be like up here. Girl, that's where your crown is, girl. And that pineapple, girl, wear a strawberry, girl. The strawberries hang. Strawberries, when you see strawberries in the plant, they be in a bowl and then they hang off the sides, girl. Do strawberry. Don't do no pineapple, girl, because the pineapple be this where your crown is, girl. That's why you ain't got no moisture, girl. Stop doing that, girl. Mm-mm. Huh? No, baby. Will cause you to get single strand knots. Okay. That's a really good question. I love talking about single strand knots. Don't nobody get offended. Give me 4s if we're okay. If everybody's still okay. If everybody's still feeling like sunshines and sparkles on the summertime, let me know. I don't know.
You up here laughing on the line?
Yes, the whole time.
Lord have mercy.
But I couldn't. I'm just like. Okay. Hold on. Single strand knots. Okay. Single strand knots is a term that YouTubers made up. Okay? Because things started happening to them. And I'm going to explain. This, what I'm about to say, started happening, and they've never been to school before. They know nothing about the science of the human body or hair. So they're like, what does this feel like? It's the knot on my single strand. These are called single strand knots. No. Everybody, regardless of race, loses a minimum of 100 strands of hair a day. A minimum of 100 strands of hair a day. They're falling out all throughout the day. Whether you're combing your hair, sometimes you could just be sitting there and it's shedding and you're not even noticing. That is how it works. That's with every mammal on the planet, not just the humans, but everybody, okay? So most naturals tell you, oh, you don't have to wash your hair, but this so often, or you doing this twist out and you only combing your hair every so often. But if you have, I love to give this analogy. If you have, okay, here we go. If we have some strings, a whole bunch of strings hanging right here, like 5 or 10 strings, no, thousands of strings hanging down, right? And they just hanging, just dangling, no control. And then they start shedding, but they're all curly. They're all grouping together. If it's a bunch of strings that are like this, and then one falls down, it's not going to fall down to the ground. It's going to get caught up in all of the other curly strings that's right here. It's not going to fall to the ground just because it fell out. Now you got the ones that's hanging down here, and then you have all of the ones that have shed, because the average person loses 100 strands of hair a day. But then you have people who don't get offended. If you're one of these people, you have somebody who only combs their hair like maybe once every week. But if it's 7 days in a week and the average person loses 100 strands of hair every day, so that's about 700 strands of hair a week. So if you're only brushing your hair one time a week, all of those hairs that were supposed to fall down are now all grouped together at the bottom. And so what would happen? What would happen right now if you had 3 strings all hanging together and you went and pulled down like this? What's going to happen? The knot is going to get tighter. That's what a single strand knot is. A single strand knot is the hair that has already shedded, that has not been combed out, and they've all accumulated at the base of the hair shaft. Because remember, naturals are the ones that are getting single strand knots. All of your hair is curled up like this, and you're losing at least 700 strands of hair a week. So if you're only combing your hair once every 2 weeks, once a month, hell yeah, you got single strand knots when you comb it out, because you've lost. If you're losing 700 strands of hair a week and you haven't combed your hair in a month, do the math. Those are single strand knots. The solution to single strand knots is combing your hair at least 2 to 3 times a week. And if you have braids, like a protective style, when you are having your hair braided, it's not just, braiding your hair, putting the braiding hair in. No, that's not enough. Anytime I put braids on my hair, I shade bay the mess out of my ends to make sure that I really have a protective style. Just because you put braids in your hair does not mean that your ends are protected. Because when your braids get old, the first thing to pop out is your ends. Hello. How are you? Hello. Why everyone type 4? What did I miss? I don't remember no more either. Oh, no. I asked if everybody was okay, if anybody was in their feelings, if anybody was sensitive. My hair is high porosity, thick hair. I wash once a week. I do twist outs and low ponytails, and my hair is dry a lot. And I don't know how they keep it moisturized. I also have some heat damage in the front. Oh, okay. Not just in hair, in anything. Too much of anything is too much. So I need you to picture the hair shaft, right? And I need you to picture your hair shaft like a water hose. Think of it as a water hose. So if your hair is always in a ponytail, or think about if your hair strand is a water hose, and then you take a clamp, the rubber band is the clamp, and you take a little rope and you wrap it around, and that is wrapped around that water hose every day. Is any water going to flow through the water hose? No. Because it's capped off. The reason that you're not getting moisture in your hair is because it's capped off. You can't constantly have a ponytail in your head. That's why, you guys, both of you asked the same question and y'all had the same similarity. Like, you guys having your hair in ponytails all the time, or tight braids, or tight weaves, is the same thing, is equivalent to you putting a rubber band on a water hose. No, it's not going to be moisture. It can't get any moisture. There's a band on it. Just like if you put a rubber band, what do you think is going to happen what happens after you have a rubber band on your wrist all day? It's going to leave a mark. And then it's leaving a mark and it's changing colors because the blood is not able to flow and circulate. Why do we think that our hair is any different than our body? That's all. So every time that you get home from work, and this is the thing, and I'm not knocking it, I get it. But if you have to wear your hair in a bun for work every time you get home, you should be taking off that ponytail. You should be taking your hair out of ponytail just right after you take your bra off. We grown. That's what we all do. We get home and be like, ooh, baby. Hello, how are you? Over there. And then take your hair out of a ponytail. And this is where I'm telling y'all, I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not giving you no Amazon link. You can go to the store, buy some roses, and your water is on at home. You can do it yourself. You can get rose water, right? And let's say you wear a ponytail every day, which means that it's not a big deal if you spritz your hair real quick with rose water. Rose water matches the same pH level as your hair. It has the same pH level as your hair. So if your hair been suffocating all day, every day, when you get home, take your bra off and get you some rose water and spray your hair down, rub it through, and let your hair breathe until the next day when you have to put it in a ponytail. You have to make sure you treating your hair good. If you don't walk around with a rubber band on your wrist 24 hours, do not do it to your hair. Rose water is a maze. Do you hear me? Like, I use it for my face. Like, ever since I've been using rose water on my face, listen, your girl's my skin been looking delicious. Thank you, Yaya. I love Yaya so much. Rosemary leaves. Because listen, when I say I'm an herbalist, that is what I mean. Like right now downstairs, I went to clip some more sage from outside and some rosemary, and I actually make these rosemary cubes to cleanse my scalp whenever I'm having an HS breakout in my scalp, and it's amazing. It grows my hair back every single time. If y'all want to, I'll make a video, but y'all just have to promise me that y'all keep notifications on. If you see that a full 24 hours then went by and you haven't received a notification from me, or a full 2 days, if it's been longer than 2 days and you haven't seen anything from me, you need to come and check my channel. And I'm just saying 2 days just in case my stomach hurt or something, but I'm posting every day. Hello. And if you don't get a regular video, I'll be here on live. So y'all just got to come back and check. I don't have the opinion on that because I haven't used none of it. So I don't really I've heard about it though, but I haven't used it. But it is okay depending on how you prepare it. For example, well, no, that's not true because I have 2 videos to do. But my hair is gonna be in these bad boys. Okay, this is how it's gonna go. This is how life is gonna go. My hair, actually, I think that's a wig in that box, so I probably do not have to untwist these. And I think I made a part over here. Hello, so my hair is gonna stay in twist, but if your hair is in twist, get you some Chebe Butter, okay? Please, because as long as you put Chebe Butter on your ends, you're good. If you keep your hair in twist, that is fine. But I need you keeping that scalp clean and clear and those ends protected. So rose water on the scalp, or you can use, and I'm going to give you guys a bunch of different things that you can put on the scalp. I'm going to give you a bunch of different things that you can put on the scalp, but let's just, because that's what we're talking about right now. So you just do rose water on the scalp and then Chebe Butter on the ends. And if you can't get to Chebe right now and you have castor oil or Chebe Butter, put the Chebe Butter and the castor oil on your ends. Do not use coconut oil on your hair. It is protein seeking, and it will suck all of the protein out of your hair. And if you have low porosity hair, you think that it makes your hair feel good, but it's just blocking it. Your hair is not going to go further. It'll stay good, but it's not if you have low porosity hair, your cuticle is already shut. So why would you put a thick butter that's going to like suffocate your already closed cuticle? Chebe Butter is my favorite. I retain length like nobody's business when I use Chebe, but in reality, you just use something thick that's really good for retention. So if you could just get Chebe by itself, Shea Butter by itself, even coconut butter is good. Y'all, we will be here forever if I start naming butters and oils. There are almost every nut, every seed can be made into a butter. You name it, it can. Like we just know about peanut butter, almond butter, but there are a whole lot of nuts like peanuts. Any nut can be made into a butter. Any nut. Any nut can be made into an oil. You can make your own orange oil by getting orange peels and getting some baca, and putting the orange peels in baca, covering it, leaving it covered for about a week. And then you'll see that it'll be a bunch of oil that'll be on top and all of the alcohol will be at the bottom. And then there's your orange oil. You guys. You don't like nothing coconut? I stopped using coconut oil. Yeah, olive oil is that hit though. I'm not gonna hold you up. Before I started getting into herbs and stuff like that, and if somebody said I use olive oil on my hair, I'd be like, "Are you a chicken? Are you are you the Olive Garden bread? You work at Olive Garden? Are you chicken and shrimp carbonara? Why are you using olive oil on your hair?" But then when I started doing my research on like all of its properties, I was like, oh baby, olive oil is that hit, but not the one that you get in the grocery store. Get olive oil for skin, for hair and nails. There is a difference. I love it. I'm just saying, like, y'all don't understand. I'm not trying to be rude. People be stressing me out in my spirit. But do y'all have any more questions? Hair and skin, yes. You can find it on Amazon. Everybody that's in here right now, check back tomorrow, and I'll have a new blog post for you. So just check back on this video like by like 2:00 tomorrow, and I'll have a full blog post for you guys on all my favorite oils and stuff. It's not that the oils in the grocery stores are bad, But I just really, really, really need you to read the ingredients, because just because it says olive oil does not mean that that's all that's in there. Understand that the only thing, I think it's like 2%. It only has to be like 2% of olive oil for them to say olive oil. So as long as it's a certain percentage, they can put that on the bottle, but it'll be a whole bunch of additives. So read the ingredients. If you pick up a bottle of olive oil at the store and it says organic, but it's like olive oil and then like 35 other words that you can't pronounce, it's not olive oil. It's something else. That's why I said get olive oil that's specifically for hair, skin, and nails, because even if they do have a couple of different additives and stuff like that in it, they're not additives that are going to clog the pores. Because when they're making the olive oil for you to cook with, they're not thinking that you're going to put it on your hair. So they're not making it safe enough for your hair and your skin, because there's a piece of bread on the front of it. There's fried chicken on the front of the bottle of the stuff. So they like, hey, use it for chicken. Like, that's why I don't know. Just get it straight from that. Yes, it's always extra stuff in the oil, always. So it's like I said, I'm not speaking against anything, but if it's gonna be 100, make it 100 or don't use it. Like it's same thing. Like if with argan oil, like, oh, argan oil is this. It's like, y'all, most of the argan oil that y'all using is like 2% argan oil, and it's like 117,000 million billion other things inside of it. So come on, Lawdd. I want to dye my hair blue black. Is box dye bad? Yes, it is. It is horrific. Yes, it is. And I'm not just saying that because, oh, I'm a professional. Let me just say this. Nobody in here, please do not take anything that I'm saying in any other way but me telling you the truth. I am not doing hair until it's safe to do so without a mask. So I'm not telling y'all stuff because I want you to spend money with me. No, that is not what I'm doing. But box hair color has metallic dyes in it. So let me explain why you using box color is not good for your hair. When you go into the store to buy box hair color, there is one girl on the box, whatever color her skin is. There is one girl on the box, and that company knows. Let's say L'Oreal, for example. They know that women from all different races, with all different levels of porosity, with all different levels of density, will come and buy the same box. So they have to make sure that the developer is strong enough to lift everybody's hair. So the level of developer on box hair color is equivalent to you using like 150 volume developer. Whereas if you go to a professional colorist, right, our developer ranges from 2 volume to 45 volume. Some even 50, depending on the hairlines. But when you buy box color, there is one set porosity. So, for example, if I have a client that has extremely high porosity hair, I'm only using like 10 volume on her, maybe even 5 volume on her, because her cuticle is already lifted. I don't need to do that much. But if I have somebody that has a low porosity hair, and she has extremely low porosity hair, I'll use 40 volume on her. Do you see the difference? High porosity hair, 10 volume, and low porosity, 40 volume. But when you buy box hair color, there's one level. One. And they have it mixed with different metallic dyes, because for them to be able to get one level of lift, they need to make it extremely aggressive. And on top of that, if you use blue black, if y'all don't want to listen to me, if you still use blue black, girl, you better make sure that you want blue black for the rest of your life, unless you feel like shaving your head off bald and starting over. Because once you use box hair color on your hair, that is it. Especially if you're using black, a darker color. You can forget about it. If you use some blue black on your hair that's box hair color, your hair gonna be blue black forever until you cut it off. Even if I used to have clients all the time that would use box color and they would use blue black, and then guess what? When they would be like, oh, I want to go blonde. When you put the liner on, their hair is blue. Not blue black, blue. sometimes green, like a little doodle green tint. Yeah. So come on. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. Apple cider vinegar is an acid. Apple cider vinegar is fermented apples that they turn into acid. You can clean your sink with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar should only be used twice a year if it's used, and it should only be used if you've been real dusty and you haven't been washing your hair like you're supposed to, or maybe you've had braids in your hair way too long and your follicle is all dirty and dusty. Then you use apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is an acid. Regular vinegar is an acid, and apple cider vinegar is an acid. And guys, if it can clean battery acid, it should not go on your hair. Even if you put a little bit of oil in it, I need you to understand what you just said. So the what you call it, tea tree oil is not necessarily more powerful than battery acid is. So if apple cider vinegar can destroy battery acid, do you think that tea tree oil and some water can dilute it and stop it from doing something if it can dissolve battery acid? Most of the time when your sink is clogged, it's because you have hair buildup in your sink. So by it dissolving that, by it unclogging your sink, that means that it's dissolving the hair that is in the sink, guys. Come on, people. Come on, church. I don't have a stylist, so what should I do? What should you do about what? About what? Can you give a link for Chebe Butter that you will purchase? If you go on my website, I have a full blog post about it. I think it is under High Porosity Hair. So when you go to, actually, I'm gonna show you. Hold on, because Yaya already put my website up. But hold on, sugar. Hold on, sugar. That pizza smells delicious. Sorry. My phone about to die. Okay, so my website looks like this, right? And so it says all posts, right? And so then it's a little click down button, and then it look like this. It give you a list of stuff. And then go to High Porosity Hair. Shablam, shaboom, shaboom, shablam, right? And then when you go to High Porosity Hair, just scroll through, and then I give you a whole bunch of different recommendations. I have so many blog posts on stuff like so many different herbal recipes that you guys can use. This is all on my website. Like this. Literally everything that we've been talking about, I have a blog post for that y'all can read, download, click the links. Everything is on my website. What of God? Even I have a blog post about myrrh that explains it. We're like website. I'm not just trying to skedaddle you, and you don't have to purchase anything. It's free. Just click it, girl, and read it. Hello. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Wait. Oh! So true about ABC, because I just watched one of your videos today describing the outcome of split-ends, and then like, y'all, I'm not just blowing smoke. I've been a cosmetologist for 13 years, and I've spent my entire career fighting YouTube trends. This is before I got on YouTube, before I started making YouTube videos. I used to hate YouTubers. I'm so serious. Oh my God. That's why it took me so long to get on YouTube and start making videos, because I disliked YouTubers so much, because I spent all of my time correcting the mistakes that the women made because they're listening to YouTubers. Because Black women think that they have to make a choice. If you're not a Black woman, I'm not saying, don't get mad at me, girl. I'm not going to call you Karen, but Brittany and Ashley, do not get upset. I love you still, but I'm talking to my sisters right now. So Black women really believe that they have to, because their hair is straight and curly, they got to choose, oh, my hair curly, so I can only wear my hair like this. No. Other races only have one option. You have two. So just because you have more than one option doesn't mean that you have to pick the one that the other people can't do. Like what? No, that yes, they have made us feel a way about wearing our hair straight or like make us feel like we have to wear it straight. But your hair is in two forms, and you cannot neglect the other form of your hair just because you want to prove to yourself how Black you are or other people. That's not okay. Like Caucasian women or women with bone straight hair will not cut their hair dry. If you walk into a Caucasian hair salon and you pick up some scissors and you try to like give a haircut on dry hair, they're going to look at you like you are crazy, because Caucasian hair or very, very straight hair swells when it is dry. So they only cut their hair wet, because when their hair is wet, it weighs their hair down and they can get a straight, even cut. Well, I will let you know that if you have curly hair, it is the opposite. For a Black woman or for a woman with naturally curly hair, your hair does not swell when it's dry. It swells when it is wet. And so because your hair swells when it's wet, there is no way that you can get a 100% even haircut when your hair is swollen. So you do need to see your hair straight so you can get an even cut. And what bothers me about it is, why do we think, okay, every other race of women only cuts their hair when before their cuticle swells? That's why they cut their hair wet, because their hair is swollen and dry. But then Black women believe that if they cut their hair when their hair is not swollen, it's bad and they're going to be bald. No, that's not how it goes, guys. And it's really frustrating to have to see so much false information being passed around YouTube. And this false information has been going around for so long that women who don't know anything about hair are arguing with the women who have spent their lives learning hair. I have spent my life learning hair, not learning how to give you a press and curl. I have spent my life learning your hair from the inside out. From under the follicles, from under the first couple of layers of your skin. It's so much deeper than, oh, what product do I use? Your products finish your hair. Products are not growing your hair out. What grows your hair is you providing a clean and stable environment for your hair to grow, period. Just like your skin is gonna look real trashy and dusty if you don't wash. Like if you wouldn't go 2 months without washing your face, why are you going 2 months without washing your hair? You understand that the same skin that's on your face is on your scalp, right? I'm in Vegas, y'all. The thing is, seeing where from, there's not many cosmetologists that know how to do natural hair. I would love to have it cut at the salon, but when I mean, I agree with you from that sense, but then I don't. And this is why. And my video that's coming tomorrow, I can prove it to you, but I just can't right now because I don't have them on me. I have so many hairstylists that tell me that they started off doing hair and they started off being super passionate like me, trying to teach their clients about hair and how hair go and how you shouldn't do this, and like trying to give them consultations, telling them what to do. And Black women argue so much and they're so disrespectful to hairstylists that they said, you know, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a hairstylist no more. I'm going to go into something else. And so women who were the cosmetologists that were like me, one or two things happen. They either decide, you know what, forget it, because if you don't want the knowledge that I'm giving me and you rather have this trash, or I'm sorry, you rather have this incorrect information that's being circulated, then keep it. And then she decided to go ahead and go into holistic medicine, because she's like, I love the human body so much. And I would have a lot of them, like they will go into different forms of the medical field. This one, she just decided to be a full-fledged tracheologist, and now she is in she's going to school to be a dermatologist. And I'm actually going to have her on my live in a couple of days. So look out for that. Size 33. Yes, it made you look at other because, and like I'm not trying to be combative with anybody that's in here, but that's what people do. Like, I've been to school. I've told you I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I give you all of my certifications. But then and this is what I used to go through at work. A woman would come in, and this is a regular basis, so I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but when women like, oh, we don't have no real hairstylists, I don't want to hear it because I dealt with it. And that's one of the reasons why I decided that I wasn't doing it anymore. Because women will come and book appointments with me and be like, oh, well, my hair is breaking off and I don't know why. And then when I start spitting the type of facts that I'm spitting to y'all, and keep in mind, I would be way more professional than I'm being right now. We kicking it. I got on Mitch Mac pants and a scarf, so I'm chilling. But I would be way more professional like that. And they would be like, because look at this. And they would pull up rice water videos. Look at her hair. Her hair grew, so I don't even think that's true. And I don't even think that that's how it go. Because this one girl, she said that when you can stretch it out, because that's not how you're supposed to do it. Are you supposed to use a round brush? Because I was watching this one girl YouTube video and it said round brushes break your hair off. But I am a licensed cosmetologist. And I have perfected using a round brush, and I have perfected taking your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. But do you understand why after having 13 clients in one day, after a while, I'm done explaining myself. After so many clients shoot me and my education down, I'm not saying anything. All I want to know now, what side do you want your part on? Because if most of the women that are in here are saying, I would never do that, you are in a small minority, because the majority of women that come to book a cosmetologist or a hairstylist do not respect her professionalism. I'm sorry, the majority. There's a minority group of clients that I had that was amazing. That was like, girl, I don't care, do what you do. But the majority of women, and not just with me, period. I used to have girls come down the hall to my room crying like, oh my God, Stan, this lady, she didn't want to listen to me. She didn't want to cut it. And then she refused to pay me because her hair wasn't moving and she had a bunch of dead hair. Let's stop playing. Please, let's stop playing like we all respect hairstylists, because we do not. We don't. We look on YouTube and we look online and we think we know everything, but we don't know. We don't. We do not. Like, if you do not have a cosmetology license, you do not know. If you do not have a cosmetology license, you're not a dermatologist, you don't study the human body, you should not be arguing with your hairstylist about stuff, especially because you're the one who selected her. So if you pick a hairstylist, you trust her. So go sit down and listen to her expertise. And like I said, most hairstylists, give me a 2 if you're a hairstylist that can relate to what I'm saying. Most hairstylists just decide, I'm just going to do your hair because that's all people want. They do not want the education, period. I told people last year, rice water is horrible for your hair. It is. The only people that it works for is people with extremely high porosity hair. But there are so many people, so many different emails that I have received from people who have, for example, people who have low porosity hair with a thyroid problem, right? This woman goes into a licensed hairstylist who does not understand the human body, because there's a difference between a hairstylist and a cosmetologist, be very clear. And so she went into this hairstylist, and the hairstylist made rice water for her. She did no porosity test on her hair, and then put the rice water in her hair, mixed it with some conditioner, put her under the dryer for 30 minutes. Not my client, the lady that wrote me, she said her hair was burning really bad. And she told her, like, I don't know why, but it's burning. She was like, oh, it's probably just too hot. I'll turn it down. She turned it down and she was like, okay, it's still burning. She said, okay, that's weird. I'm gonna take it out. She put the water on her hair. Her hair started falling out like it was a freaking relaxer. And that is because rice water is a live living bacteria. And you're not going to tell me that it's not, because I've already showed people how rice water looks under an electronic microscope, and you can see it. And it's swimming around. So on high porosity hair, it works because the cuticle is already open. So it goes in there and it starts swimming around, having babies and stuff. And it never leaves. and then it begins eating the bottom of the cuticle. That's why women who swear by rice water, their hair be out here, and then I straighten it, and it's this long, but you can see through it to about right here, because they've been using rice water from here to here, and it grew their hair out, but the little critters was in it. Yeah, so it eats the cuticle. And with high porosity hair, it can't get in there at all. So it's gnawing until the hair falls off. And that's what happened to her. When we get off of here, when y'all get out of my live, I am so serious. Go on YouTube and type in why I stopped using rice water. Rice water broke off my hair. And I guarantee you, every single video that you see will validate everything that I've ever said about rice water. But women didn't want to hear that. I had to cut the comments off of the rice water video because I get up in the morning to go outside with, don't worry about what I'm doing outside, but just slugging that stuff. And then when I'm outside, I'm feeling great. Like, I'm feeling great. So just imagine going outside in the morning on a cloud, and then you pick up your phone after you get done meditating. Bitch, shut your bald head ass up, ho. You a old dusty ass bald headed bitch. Like, because of rice water. So do not give me that. And there are thousands and thousands of comments calling me out of my name because I told you guys facts about rice water. Because all anybody pays attention to is the people who have real long hair. So nobody who uses rice water even took the time to search the cons. Y'all just see a girl avatar and it's all like this. She like, oh, rice water grew my hair. And then y'all go to the Walmart and get rice. I also need you to remember this. I want to give you the exact number. So can't nobody say I gave the wrong number. This is because everybody swears by, oh, Asian women used to use it all the time and this and that. You have no idea what they were doing. And I need you to keep in mind, there are over 40,000 types of grains of rice. Did you know that? 40,000 different types of grains of rice. 40,000. And most Black women that are using rice water are using rice that they get from the dollar store, from the Walmart. Y'all using the cheapest rice. But there are 40,000 different grains of rice. 40,000. Do you think that the Chinese women was using the same type of rice that you can get from WIC? No, they were not. Do you think that those women were going 2 months without washing their hair? No, they were not. No, they were not. They were not. We are completely different than Asian women are. In Asian countries, they live mostly a vegetarian lifestyle. So our internal makeup is not the same. We have completely different diseases than they do. We live our life differently than they do. Our curl pattern is different. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But because popular YouTubers that got thumbnails like this make a video telling you rice water is good, everybody uses it. And then if somebody likes me comes along and says, oh no, you guys should use it because of XYZ. Oh, you are just a hating bitch because you all got no hair. Like, so I said all that to say, we cannot say, oh, there are no good hairstylists. Most hairstylists do not want to deal with what they have to deal with to teach people. Like, because for a hairstylist to teach anything, they have to first kill the myths and take a bunch of stabs and shots. And they do not want to do that. I just don't care because I know that nobody gonna bust a grape. So I don't really care. But let's not, yes, people, y'all know damn well everybody using the WIC rice. Or if it's not the WIC rice, there are 40,000 different grains of rice. 40,000. All we know is about brown rice, jasmine rice, black rice, the WIC rice, and that's it. That's 4. 4. There are 40,000 different grains of rice. Okay. Their environment is different. Their water is different. Their fermentation process is different. Y'all people that use rice water are fermenting their rice, leaving their rice in the kitchen cabinet. Oh, they'll just put it in the tank. No, they had special buildings built for fermentation. They didn't just ferment rice water, they ferment kimchi. Fermentation is what they do. It wasn't as simple as them just taking some rice, putting it in some water, and then putting some tea tree oil or some peppermint oil in there. No. 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 That's not what happened. It's not. I know that for a fact because I'm an herbalist and I study herbs. I study grains. It grows out of the earth. I study it. I like talk to my plants, guys. I mean, I don't like talk to them like I'm talking to you, but I'll be like, good morning. How are we doing in here? Hello. Yeah, people don't even know that. Like, there are extremely heavy amounts of arsenic in water. And to remove the arsenic from rice, you have to soak the rice for like a couple of hours. And then you drain it and you keep rinsing it and rinsing it and rinsing it off. And then the arsenic is no longer on the water, it's in the bowl. So that's not rice water, that's arsenic water. And the rice is in the bowl over there on the stove. So rice water is not rice water, it's arsenic water. Guys, the rice is in the bowl, guys. Come on, bro. I'm from the D. Have y'all heard Big Sean CD? I wish I could. That's why I almost didn't get on here because I was listening to Big Sean and I just look, and this is the lure. It's 5:55 here. That's okay. Sorry. Am I from the hood? I mean, no, and yeah, like. My daddy was east side and my mama was west side. And my daddy from the hood. And I mean, I will go over there and stuff. And then, I mean, Detroit is Detroit. I don't know how to explain it. Everybody, our white people will kick your ass. Like, if the ones that are like, oh my gosh, you're back there. It's like, you got to sit your ass down over there. Like, it's... Like, you will get your ass kicked in the deep. Like, if it's so it don't. So hood, no, like it depends on what your version of the hood is. Hood is different for a lot of people. Was people shooting and stuff? Could I not sit in front of the window because people be shooting bullets? No. Did somebody steal my mama car? Wow, shit. Oh God, she do not think this funny. This still make my mama mad. My mom and my dad had just got a Grand Prix. It was when Grand Prix first came out. It was cold too. It was like the gold kind of color. My mom and my dad, like this is like our living room, right? And okay, yeah, imagine like this the living room, and this is the big picture window, and the car is right outside the front of the house. And my mama and my daddy are sitting right here with the insurance guy for the car. And they get done with the insurance guy and they go out there and all this there is glass because they stole the car. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, we still planted flowers and stuff. You know, nobody was selling crack on the corner. Nobody was selling crack on the corner. It was a bunch of OGs on the block. So it was like a bunch of older people that's done being hood, that's raising their kids in a safe environment where they're not shooting. But 6 Mile, it was like a 15-minute, like a 10-minute drive. Okay. Have you heard of using ingredients like yeah, you must have just came in, boo, because this is hibiscus. This is aloe vera and hibiscus. Like, if I strain the hibiscus fresh, I'm gonna make a video. Huh? Here you go, sugar. Here you go, sugar.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Yeah, so this is, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, this is hibiscus. Fenugreek is good. I mean, that's one of those things. It just depends on you and your body. If it doesn't really come naturally from the earth, I don't mess with it. If it's been like altered a whole lot, like you guys know, I love Purity Naturals because I can pronounce all of their ingredients. There, and the name of their company is called Purity Naturals. So they use the least amount of additives as they possibly can, unnatural stuff as they possibly can. If it's certain, additives that aren't necessarily natural, they're like preservatives and scents and things of that nature. But I do not jump on fads. I don't. And like I said, I'm a herbalist. Like I don't even take regular medicine. There is a herb that I know of that cures everything. My daughter had a little sore in her mouth, and for a minute it was not going away, so I ended up getting some alum stone, and you crush alum stone and mix it with a little bit of lemon juice. She gargled it for 2 days in a row, never came back again, and everything in her mouth cleared up. I don't use random stuff. I'm a herbalist, guy, so I use stuff from the earth. I am a plant lady, so most likely I have not tried any new like fad like products or stuff like that. I don't do that. I'm washing my hair every week, but I add an egg to my shampoo. Have you ever heard of that? Yes, girl. Please stop doing it. Girl. Don't do that no more. Please, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. That just gave me flashbacks. Like, oh God. Like, I'm not you personally. Oh, girl. Look. I got chills. Oh, that irritates me so much. Do you know how many times I had girls come in like and didn't say nothing, and then I start blow drying their hair, and it's like all these little balls in there. I'm like, what the hell? Thinking it's bugs. Oh, that's the egg. Eggs don't go in your hair, guys. The reason that people put eggs in their hair is because they did not have your grandma used eggs in her hair because eggs are protein. That's a way of getting a protein treatment. And at the time, your grandma did not have protein treatments. That's why they were using eggs, guys. Just like they was on horses bringing our mail before they had airplanes, okay? And cars. We not still riding around on horses delivering the mail, okay? The mail go to the post office and stuff. Stop putting eggs in your hair. I'm not talking about you, just anybody. It stresses my spirit, okay? Stop putting eggs in your hair. You use eggs for your bacon, or when you doing making a cake or something. Some eggs and bacon and some hash browns, an omelet or something. Stop putting damn eggs in your hair. Oh, girl, it's stressing my spirit. I'm sorry. Sometimes when y'all say stuff, it reminds me of PTSD. You don't eat eggs, well, leave eggs alone. Leave the little leave big bird kids alone. Just leave them alone. If you don't eat them, don't. Because it's protein. All you need is a protein-rich conditioner. Please stop using. Please stop. Lord God, Lord. Please, I love y'all so much. I'm not trying to be rude, but Lord, yes, PTSD. Can somebody change the subject? I'm so sorry, girl. I love you so much. I'm not trying to be rude, but like, oh, girl, that's just like when with somebody been in the army, they got PTSD and they hear a real big boom, they're like, oh, somebody's shooting. When you said eggs in my hair, in my mind, all I could see is like long curly hair with a whole bunch of little white dots, just everywhere, just scattered all around, and they want me to pull it out. Lord, please help me, Lord. Please, Lord. Oh, God. My spirit. Oh, my chest. Oh, girl, I need to go outside, girl. Girl. I'm not you. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. It's not you. It's them. It's not you. You asked. You want to know. But you know. Ooh. It's okay. 13 years of eggs in here is a lot for your boy, okay? Well, I actually already have a second channel. Hold on. After this video go off, just check back in the description box. And it's just a lot running 2 channels, but Yeah, I will. I'll do it for you. Honestly, y'all, please just watch for it over here and be expecting it because, okay, everybody that's like, okay, you do more plant videos and stuff like that. If it takes so much time to put into it, so if I do one of those videos and then at the end of 3 months it only has like 500 views, it's not that many people watching it. So like if y'all see like what we'll do our next live, I'll pick a certain date, a specific day, and I'll make a schedule. Actually, I'm gonna make a new schedule and it'll be plant day, like specifically on one day, but y'all just gotta make sure y'all are there so it'll spike it up in the algorithm because this channel started as a hair channel for silk wraps. Unless I'm doing something about silk wraps, you won't even get the notification. So I don't know exactly what day it's going to be. Don't quote me on this. By our next Twist 'em Tuesday, so by next Tuesday, I'll have the exact date that it'll be herbs and stuff. But give me a 5 if you promise me that you are going to be one of the first ones in there. And because YouTube is being ran by a computer now. So once I post a video, you have to hurry up, come in there, like it, make a comment, and then that like is a trigger in the computer. Like, okay, her followers like this video. But if you just come to my video and you don't like it and you don't comment, they think that you don't like it. So then they won't send it to the rest of my followers. And I mean, they won't send it to the rest of my subscribers. So you guys just make sure you're checking big for your girl. I love you, Yaya. Yes, become a member of the channel. And for actually, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Not put tea on my face. So I am going to be recording some well, actually editing because I film everything. So I even have a video of the growth process taking ginger that you get from the grocery store, and now my ginger plant, like if it was right here next to me, you would be able to see it in the camera. That's how tall my ginger is now. All from and I actually got that ginger from the dollar store just to show that, just to prove to myself that I could grow like a crap load of ginger with $1. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that on there for my members. And if you don't know anything about joining the membership, when you go to my homepage to subscribe, it's a button on the side that says join. And so you can pick a certain tier. I love my members so much. Thank you guys so much if you're in here. I appreciate you so much. And so on Monday, I am going to start giving all of my gardening content to my members just because you guys, I'm not trying to be stank, but it just takes so much effort. Just imagine like filming for like 7 hours and especially my gardening content. Girl, my gardening content takes me months. It takes months for a plant to grow. So it takes me months to record it. So to put all that together and then YouTube don't send it out to people, it's a lot. So I'm going to be putting it on there for the members. So the members are going to get all of my growth content. I'm so excited about that. Just spilled the beans. Wasn't supposed to say that. But to be a member, it's cheap. I think the lowest tier is like $4.99 a month. Like, I think that I deserve $5 because I be giving a whole bunch of knowledge and stuff, and I be telling y'all a whole bunch of stuff. I actually get so many hairstylists. Like I am going to prove it to you because people gonna think like that I'm just talking crap just to get people to sign up. I have so many hairstylists write me like, you should really stop telling people, like whenever you do your lives and you give all that information, you giving too much information away for free. You should charge for it. But I just want America to be beautiful and stuff. So, you know, if you love me and stuff, it's $4.99 a month. And those will be that'll be starting Monday is going to be to the point where all of my members see everything first. And then I'll start putting all of my content for my members because it's just a lot to do with no return. So I'm not being stank. I hope that don't sound mean, but my members love me. So I am going to go over and beyond for them. So if you want to see my gardening content, make sure you sign up. And it's super. I don't know if I can see it on my phone if I'm on my own channel and I can't see nothing on my phone because my phone is dead. Hello. But once you go on my homepage, it's like a little button that you click that says join. So come Monday, the first video that I'm posting is my is the ginger. I'm gonna show you the ginger. It's so y'all, it is so easy to grow this freaking ginger, bro. And right now I'm on my webcam on my laptop, or else I will go downstairs and show it to you. But yeah. I love you guys. And I promise it's gonna be, and this is the thing with my members, what I'm going to do starting Monday, you guys are gonna get all of the content that I really, really, really want to put out, but the algorithm not feeling right now because it takes so much time for me to record all of these videos. Like, excuse me, I have so many different growth videos for you. Growth with aloe vera plants, with growing your own tomatoes, regrowing your own celery, growing your own potatoes at home. Like, super duper easy for the low, like for the low. Okay. Thank you, Tina. I love you guys. No. It's not Patreon. It's not on Patreon. It's here on YouTube. Oh, why is my phone? My phone's dead, guys. On the most important part of our show. So I'm playing. Like, it's on YouTube. So pay attention. You gonna go. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying. Focus on me. Focus on your girl. I know it's being silly. So when you go to my page, to my YouTube channel, it's gonna say, it'll say subscribe, and right next to the subscribe button, not under a video, but on the homepage of my website, on the homepage of my YouTube channel, right next to the subscribe button, there's a button that says join. So once you click that, you can pick a tier and it comes with different perks. The cheapest tier is $4.99, but starting on Monday, because it's just been a lot. I first started the memberships like right before coronavirus hit, and so everything was just so crazy. So I went ahead and started filming like good content that's different from everybody else, from all of the other videos. And then you'll see all of this stuff on there when you go on there. But another thing that's really, really cool that I think about memberships, I'm also giving you guys all of my uncut footage. So one video that's actually going to be going up tomorrow night is going to be the full video without edits from the beauty that I had on that was the trichologist. But actually, let's talk about this. Give me a 2 if you okay with people cussing. Because listen, I edited the video down pretty good, but listen, Boo is straight no chaser. So she be doing some cussing. Remember the part where she was like, "Is you a plant?" When the girl asked her if whether or not she should put color in her hair, she didn't say, "Is you a plant?" I edited that for the Saints. She said, "Bitch, is you a plant?" No, bitch, is you a plant? That's how. But it's gonna be the full unedited version, and it was actually really fun to watch. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh my God, you guys are joining, and I love you, and you're making me emotional. And I'm a Cancer, and you know that if an ant was to fart, I would be like, his little booty. It was so gas, his little booty. Thank you. Like, all jokes aside, thank you guys so much for joining. I love you guys so much. Yeah, so I'm going to get because it's easy to upload that one. I'm just letting y'all know. On when you are a member, is no edits. The only thing I'll do, like if somebody says something super duper personal and I don't feel comfortable sharing, then okay, that part won't be in it, but no edits. So for example, like right now, y'all see this part, but this part right here, listen to me. All of it. If I drop something and I'll be like, oh shit, I'm taking this part out, you're gonna hear all of that. I'm not taking anything out. How to join? You can just go to my YouTube, but the homepage of my YouTube channel, and right next to the subscribe button is gonna be like a blue little square that says join. This pizza downstairs, Lord. Oh Lord, do y'all have any more questions? We've been on here 3 hours. Lord, 3 is the number of Trinity, Lord. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for signing up. I love you guys. This so girl, cause listen, Listen, if y'all think that this stuff is something, just wait till you see what happens with the members, okay? I love you guys so much. I'm going to go eat some food now because I'm sleepy. But everybody that joins, check back on Monday, because come Monday, you will have a bunch of new content, and I will be getting that unedited version up on Monday. No, tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, you'll get the full unedited version. I love you guys. Thank you for chilling with me. Hello, goodbye. Goodbye, hello. If I can close it because it doesn't want to close. There we go. Okay.